Great disappointment. I mean, wouldn't the first half of the name being the adjective make it like disappointing blue? Wouldn't that be the more accurate of the first two? Also, I think my stream just started like mid-conversation here, so... I've been streaming a lot more recently. Like, what do you mean with my stream? Like, with the map, you mean? Oh, I just like streaming. Like, I've realized that it's really easy to just like stream the process of me doing like the stupid videos, like the what ifs where you test it on a server, like making a map, and then you can not only like get more interaction with the process of that happening, so people are more hyped for like the final video and they're more interested, but then you can also, like, if those streams are funny, you can turn that into a video.
DSJFHJDSLHF SD.F donated $2. This mic sounds better and I don't hear shounic.
Oh, hold on. It's stupid.
Use my stream title as well.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it is. I would take the blame. That is also, you're like trying to set up your stream. I'm like, hey, so you want to have a full-blown conversation where I ask you like hard and difficult questions?
Yeah, sorry, I my chat couldn't hear you for a minute because every time I restart my Streamlabs, if I have a different version of, or like a different thing on Discord open, the window title doesn't match what I have and it doesn't work, and I don't know how to fix that. Because unlike normal OBS, you can't say match executable, so it's just annoying.
Wait, are you saying... Wait, hold on. You're saying they can't hear me, like, all the...
They're good now. I just have to manually change it every time, but I forget to do it, so it just sounds like I'm talking to myself like a schizo every time.
That is weird, though, because I don't have to, like, specify audio sources on OBS.
Yeah, I use Streamlabs OBS because of the multi-streaming feature, and that's not a thing, apparently. But I think it's just because of my... I think it's because of the way I capture Discord. I can probably fix this later. But yeah, thank you for the $2 key mash guy. Alright, so yeah, let me announce this on my Discord and then we'll get into the private server and I'll see...
You see the awful thing I made.
I have heard, the only thing that I've seen of yours was like the one auto-generated thumbnail of like a really crusty image of an alligator floating in a pool, and people said that your solution to mid was a crackhead.
I don't know if I can disagree with that. I guess that's kind of fair. We saw the password. No, that's a server to a different server. Barbarian, don't worry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like live stream, right? Yeah. I think
live
live stream
stream
is pretty cool. It's definitely like unique and it's pretty fun to directly interact with people.
Yeah, I mean...
unfortunately, sometimes they're kind of annoying, but...
Oh, I'm missing the map. You have to set your download URL.
Oh, yeah! Okay, wait, I'll upload it to you on Discord.
Okay, I'll just add it to my maps. But no, I mean, it's fun to interact with people, and then that way you get more of, like, an engaging process to making the video. And then once you're done doing that, it's like, I like to make stream highlight videos if the streams are funny, which... Yeah. It's like kind of double dipping on content, but at the same time, it's also like...
I mean, that's what everyone else does, right? With like Twitch streamers.
It's kind of the meta on YouTube right now, but it's also like, even if it wasn't the meta, like usually my streams go well enough that I would never mind like doing it.
Have you already done a few like mapping on streams?
Oh, I can't do hammer on stream. That would annoy me so much because I have to like sit there and think like it's gonna be the most boring stream on planet Earth as I sit there trying to make like fog entity things work for an hour. It's like it's not gonna be a creative process the majority of the time. It's just gonna be me like working through random debugging or like turning things into like funk details so I can optimize it more. Like that's not very entertaining in my opinion, but
yeah, that's fair. I was gonna ask if you tried it because I've tried it, and there's like something. It's like a fucking sleeper agent activation phrase when you tell them that you're making a map on stream. On the first stream that I did, where I like clickbaited your name, and I was like, "Great Blue forced me to make to fix 2 for." It wasn't too bad for whatever reason. The second stream, it was like one of the it's like one of the most like confusing experiences I've had. Like there was so many people being like, "You should add a train here. You should do this. You need to do this."
It would be like ADHD torture almost. Like you would have to really lock in and basically just ignore chat. Like if people want to talk to you, they have to give you money. That's basically what you'd have to do.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. I should have just farmed them for all they're worth. Get them to donate to have. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that'd be an interesting video in of itself. I made a map, but only
What
the
the
rich
hell is
people had a
this?
say in it. Oh, he's in.
Oh God!
Alright,
Wait,
well, that's what I
wait.
spent,
I
like-
need to see mid. I need to see mid. Okay, what is this? What?
Should we-
Wait. So, is this
Hey,
like?
stop being flabbergasted.
Sorry. Like, what's the giant? Like, what the fuck? Ah! What is this? What is this? Ah!
Is it
So-
better I save serious answers to serious questions, or
What?
like, after?
You should have
know
made
the
this
thing we're talking about?
Two-Fort invasion.
Well,
I know it's not like technically Two-Fort, but it's the same thing, right? Like I wouldn't have judged you if you were.
UFO, so it's
What
not
the?
invasion.
What?
Wait, what are you freaking about?
Why did 2 horsemen just spawn?
Oh yeah, well,
What is this?
they're my.
What is
So
this?
okay, I added this in like on the last playtest after like version 3. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
The map can.
Wait, no, I didn't know that.
possibly
I mean, like-
stalemate for like half an hour and no one makes any progress.
Or is there
So
a
I have
dispenser
like
here?
I developed a I don't know, I guess you can call it like an insurance policy where like if nothing happens for 2 minutes, I just spawn 2 horsemen
What the
at
fuck?
each team's like base.
Okay, that's not the sort of solution I was like expecting to the problem. I like these.
Well,
These
see,
are
I
cool
managed-
little rooms.
It's all things I can pack into the map, right? So I reason that's like, I mean, it's like, it's like, the Saxon Hail is a map that can be put in casual, right? So
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
it's-
like, if ICS can get maps added to the game officially, I don't see the problem with like spamming horsemen everywhere. There's 2 monoculuses on a lot of maps, so
Yeah, that's true.
they spawn to break stalemates. Like, what happens? Like, do they just?
Well, yeah, it's as I said. So like, you know how on the Intel like object you can make it what's it called, like produce like outputs,
Yeah.
right, in like Hammer IO. So basically, well, technically how it works is that there's like a persistent like 2-minute timer, and then anytime the flag is interacted with, it just cancels the timer and restarts it. So it basically makes it such that if the flag hasn't been touched or like interacted with in 2 minutes, then the horseman will come and do something.
So you have 2 minutes to get the flag. This is like 2-Fort Blitz. Okay, I like the downstairs there. This is like a cool way to do this because it's like a one-way thing. I'm guessing you have an advantage on pushers. Okay, you have stairs that go upstairs too. Holy 2-Fort, bro. What's going on here? I'm it. Oh.
Hey,
Whoa,
there he
oh,
is. Oh, he's
oh,
invisible
oh,
because we
God.
spawned like too many of them because we've been idle for too long. Damn, I just died.
Yeah, really
you
just
got
add
me.
pumpkin bombs and make the floor
I will
lava.
delete
And...
them. Yeah, there was 4
We said,
horsemen
like,
on the map. I used the console command to delete all of them. You're safe.
Okay.
You can come back.
So
I need
there's
to- I need
stairs
to
here.
note
Okay,
that
so
too.
this spawn is gone, and then the other spawn is the only one, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, I had a friend
ooh, what's
who
this?
I was talking to Mass about, and he like peeked your thing. So I do know that like you ended up using this spawn, so to speak. And
Yeah.
it's kind of a interesting coincidence that we ended up taking like 2 opposite spawn rooms.
Yeah, I mean, I think the logical conclusion to 2-Fort is like both spawns are kind of unnecessary, where one of them's always just going to be more preferable than the other. So, yeah, it's weird that we went with like different ones as our starting
Yeah,
point.
I feel like it's honestly pretty lucky. It's kind of interesting. I feel like you couldn't have scripted that if you wanted to.
Okay, so this is the intel room, I see. And then...
Yep. This is like
So is the downstairs just like
friend-
1984?
Your
Yeah,
close
it's gone.
friend, the first time like seeing your new place, and you have to justify all the like weird shit you have going on.
No, it's like it's an interesting design decision. Like I said, we'll have to like do a full video,
we'll,
like just
question each
breaking
other
down
on,
design
like,
decisions.
Yeah.
Like more of a grilling video. Okay. This is simply poor gameplay story integration. This is talking about things on Doomsday. This is things on Doomsday. This is 2-Fort.
Oh, are
Dude,
you
art
are you
style is
saying
dead.
it's like the aesthetics and like the detailing is bad? Like, dude, who's actually reading this shit?
Me, I'm gonna sit there and read it while our intel's getting rolled. If you're getting spawn camped by the horseman, there's nothing better to do. Perfect timing.
Well, technically he can't spawn camp you. I actually went through the effort of like editing the nav mesh that like auto generates, and so he actually physically can't enter your spawn.
Okay, I mean that's good at least, but at the same time, like,
No, it means that the horseman was done like artfully and like masterfully instead of just like a fuck it, random shit go. You know?
so the real Martin Scorsese of horseman nav meshes here.
Yeah, that's true.
So okay, this is like a strange little room. So that's a one way.
Oh,
can
where
go
are
into
you? Oh, are you
here.
on the other side?
I'm in the
Oh,
battlements. So what's okay? Then you can go. Okay, this is like very labyrinthian. I have to get my mind wrapped around this. Okay.
Well, if you know the map is not labyrinthian.
I was gonna say like it's not that bad because I keep getting comments on my map that's like, oh, it's so confusing, and that was on like the first version when I changed one room. It's like you just have to get used to it, but it's a lot different than.
Yeah, if you know
what
it,
I
then
was
then it's
expecting.
fine, right? If
What's
you know
up
it,
with
then
the
you know it, so that
PowerPoint
solves
horseman?
the issue itself, of course.
Okay.
Where are you, by the way?
I'm
trying to
running
find you
away
in
from
game as
the
I died
instant
to the
death
horseman.
monster. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
So what's up here? Oh, this is like a push to the intel. Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's basically it. Also, the horseman is like approaching.
Yeah, I don't know
actually, no.
where he is. Wait, can he get
Yeah,
here?
also
Oh my
the-
god, yeah, he can.
The Nafmesh is kind of fucked. He has like a set radius that he can like, what's it called, roam away from his spawn point in the intel base, but sometimes he goes like really far. I don't know what's going on with like the TF2 code.
500 monoculars.
But yeah, I mean, this is my map. I mean, you kind of
Okay.
explored everything already.
Yeah, like I like it. Okay, so I'll inquire about this more later. But what was the thought process behind the giant nuclear fission core at mid?
Well, I think when I did the stream where we played like all of the CTF maps and I leaked your top secret, CTF maps tier list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we played through all of the CTF maps,
Ah.
it did become pretty clear that like Landfall worked the best, and in like the process of like trying shit out to see what would be a good mid, I just wanted to see what happens if I made like how Landfall on mid is just like a big tree with like circular platforms around the tree. So I was like, okay, let me just put a ring in and see what happens.
I mean, I
And
guess
then-
if the sniper sight lens here are blocked, that's not a problem. You could have added like a silo in the middle though. Like, why the giant electricity orb from?
Well, it was just cool. That's honestly it. It was like,
What
there
is
should be
this?
something in the middle. And so I was like, I guess like some kind of ball. And I remembered that like Atom Smash had a ball.
How
so I
did you
stole
even
their prop.
do this? Like, what's the code
And
for the
then-
floaty thing and the shock bit?
Oh, it's just a what's it called? Like a condition trigger. Like
what
TF
condition is
Acon.
this?
It's like the Watergate one. It's the swimming.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I don't get
Yeah.
sucked up much, but okay.
Yeah, and then I actually spent a day writing custom VScript code because I was like, okay, we have to add them here, but it's really weird you can touch it and nothing happens. So I made it so that it like flings you away if you touch it, which surprisingly isn't possible in like normal TF2 entities. Like
I go in
nothing
here-
is like currently exists for it. Oh, also, yeah, this is the last gimmick of the map in the water.
Whoa! What the hell? Okay, so you never added the physics toaster that kills people in the water. I've noticed.
Yeah, I think like a toaster you can shoot around that if it touches the water, kills everything in the water is a bit much. Yes, that is what I decided.
Like, that's probably not what I think the original developers had in mind for 2-Fort. Oh, the sewer room's gone. Okay.
Yeah, it just connects directly.
Okay.
I didn't really do anything too special with that. I kind of just left it.
My server is full of scouts. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, this is an interesting solution to mid, I will say. The nuclear reactor never occurred to me. Like I said, this would have been like really cool on Two-Fort Invasion, I think. I think if you use that as the base for the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Or
yeah. I mean,
this like... Okay, no, go ahead.
What?
Oh, I was saying, like,
no,
made this a silo to block
Invasion
sightlines.
would have been hard to edit because they have like a shit ton of props everywhere, right? That are like
That's
super
not that bad.
bespoke and like made specifically for that, you know?
I've edited Two-Fort Invasion before, just to see, and it's mostly funk details. Like, you can pretty easily...
Have you tried to touch this like central structure? Because I tried to touch it and I realized it was all props. I had to like recreate parts of it.
So half of it's a prop and like the front face isn't, and I don't know why they did it that way, but
I think it's for optimization basically. There's like a few things that are like bespoke like Two-Fort props as well, where they combine a bunch of stuff. As far as I know, it's supposed to like, yeah, it's for optimization, so like TF2 runs better.
Okay, weird.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I know, like, when I was messing with that, you basically just can't touch certain parts of the base, which I think is fine, because then it encourages you to, like, keep Two-Fort artistically consistent with what it is, but at the same time, yeah, it's kind of annoying that you don't have the freedom. Okay, well, this is interesting, and then you can go through here. I like the downstairs area, like, here a lot. I think this is a clever solution to... making this like still hard to push, but not annoying. I guess.
Do you think you can guess why I made it like this for?
Probably sniper, if I had to guess.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Kind of the only answer here. Yeah.
I mean, there's still a really annoying sightline here.
I would have originally made it like mostly flat, but then I had to lower the floor and raise this because yeah, sniper sightlines. But yeah, as you notice, there's still like some bits here and there. I kind of just thought, it's probably good enough. When people are actually fighting and like moving around and stuff, it shouldn't, be too bad.
Oh, you can't go up there? Wait, oh, you can. Wait, what?
Oh, you found my clipping.
No, you should be able to go up here.
God.
This is a good spot.
Well, you just ruined my map like 2 seconds before we're gonna test it for real.
It's over. It's unplayable now. People can stand on that pixel.
I'll give you the workshop version, so then I can update it and you won't know. It'll just auto update.
Just silently like 1984ing the mistakes. No, you've never been able to stand there. That must have been a wall bug. All right, well, let's switch to mine then.
Switch to your map? Okay.
Yeah, then we can play them both.
What is your called? Bluefort.
Bluefort. Okay. Yeah, you named your shofort too, which I think is funny.
Oh, I was boring. I called it like Two-Fort Show 1 at first, and I saw you called yours like Bluefort, and I was like, oh, I should do Shofort.
See, I got lucky that it rhymes. Like, the unfortunate part though is you can't really name TF2 maps after the word blue because that's just a team, and that implies that I guess there's an imbalance.
I mean, would it be that bad? I don't know. It doesn't sound too bad to me. If you called a map like, CTF Blue, I don't know if that'd be that terrible.
Probably not.
Is this second point, or sorry, is this central structure taken from like Mountain Lab?
What do you mean the central structure?
Kind of reminds me of like Mountain Lab second,
Wait, what central structure? Oh, no, this is just custom built. I had to do this to block sniper sightlines. I wanted to keep this like as close to Two-Fort as possible, and if you have the bridge that's like rotated 90 degrees, then the way the bridge slopes down allows for snipers to see each other. So I just had to rotate it to not make it like comedically wide.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely kept more of the Two-Fort. I feel like mine like barely passes. That's like, okay, I guess this is Two-Fort. Yours is definitely. I feel like I could see your map being like a Valve update, kind of, though you did change quite a bit as well.
Yeah, a lot of the time that I spent on mine was like trying to make this as similar in vibe to normal Two-Fort as possible, because like I think part of the challenge with editing the most iconic map is trying to keep the feel that people like while also not making it just complete ass to play on. Were
your hands tied with like the bridge prop? I noticed that.
I just wanted to add it. So originally I had just the uncovered bridge, and then sniper standing here was a problem, so I had to put some kind of cover. So I put the 2-fort bridge with the chicken wire, so it's not as annoying to snipe from the bridge up to the battlements.
Interesting. Yeah, your map is like your map is quite wide.
It is.
I think it's also kind of interesting how we happen to have kind of like opposing views on like mapping, because I kind of went for like a more, I guess you call it like minimalist, where I kind of felt like I needed to condense and focus things, and then your map's kind of like a lot more. I don't know. Would it be right to call it like freeform? It feels like there's a lot of freedom and like I don't know. It's like your map just has like more space than mine for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that I made mid so wide is because what I took away from the CTF maps that I like playing, like Applejack and Landfall, are that mid fights are what people enjoy about those maps. Like, it's fun to just try to take control of mid and hold it. So I made a mid as like interesting and as stimulating for team fights as possible. So that way it kind of acts as like, I guess what, like a pseudo 3CP map. So if you hold mid, like there's no control point, but it's akin to having like defined space on the map that your team controls. And I think that kind of works with what I was doing.
Yeah. I find it interesting that you kept the original like battlements and like the lower floor as well, because those were the few things that I was like, I don't know how you cope with this. I feel like technically you kind of still have some sniper sightlines, which is what I got rid of them entirely for.
There are like
this snipe across the
some
whole
sniper
thing.
sightlines. Like, it's
Nutbutton
not
donated
Yeah.
$5.
completely.
I would like
hold
to
on,
point out, and I don't know if you noticed, but there a gap at the bridge that can see from one battlement to another.
Oh wait, where's the gap? Someone told me there's a gap on the bridge. Oh,
Wait,
like
your map has
here.
flaws too. Wait, we should do. Wait,
Is
so
it
now
this?
both of
Is
us
this
have
what you're
problems, so
talking
we can
about?
do a
This one
final
little
pass.
pixel spot? Like what? Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a really
you
good
fix that, I'll
sniper
fix my
sightline.
clip. This is perfect. Now we both have a problem.
No,
I gotta
it's
start
we're
looking for
equal. We're
problems
equal in
too. Gotta
problems.
expose like no draw somewhere. Gotta make you go back to the lab so I can.
Yeah, my map
can
is
fix my
sufficiently
broken
ruined if we find like a prop that fades out slightly too early.
Hey, did you know, by the way, there's no command to stop that. If you're trying to make like cool TF2 flybys and stuff, you can't stop props and fading. It's
Oh,
crazy.
you can recompile the map. I mean, that's what I do.
Oh, but okay, that's like a lot of work though. But yeah.
Yeah, but if
suppose.
it's an important cinematic, you know, it's like going into Hammer, pressing Control A, and then setting mid fade distance to -1. It's like that's not that bad.
I mean, I don't know if I would call your map that much of a labyrinth. I think it kind of makes sense. Like I feel like at least if I'm trying to go somewhere and I walk towards it, you can get there eventually, right? Like I don't know if you know what I mean, but like some mappers in TF2 they put like if you're at a choke, you need to backtrack to get to like a new doorway that helps you advance, right? I feel like I don't really have that on your map. Like kind of still makes sense.
Yeah, like I think the people calling it labyrinthian, it's like I made an uncanny valley too for it almost, where it's similar enough to be recognizable, but like some things are off, so people are getting lost.
Yeah,
That's,
I think it's like a product of your approach where you kind of like work with what you have and then you kind of like adjust it and like add or remove things. And I kind of just went like, oh, I'm gonna delete everything.
Yeah, no, I think one of my goals with this is like I want this to still feel like 2-fort, but obviously 2-fort sucks. So how do I make it feel like 2-fort but not suck? And that's
You didn't
That's
touch
the
the sewers
philosophy.
either, huh? Like
I
the
kinda
sewer
did.
loop is still there. Oh wait, yeah, you did. There is like a zigzag out of the sewer.
Yeah, the reason that I left the sewers as they are, because people were complaining that, like, oh, the sewers are completely useless as a flank. But every time I've played, like, some engineer has set up a teleporter here, which gives you more push potential, which I think is fine.
And that's
Like, it's a-
actually why I removed my thing, because I was like, okay, isn't that be a pain in the ass having to like defend the upper area, and then you also seems to make sure there's no like engineer rats down here.
Yeah, I mean,
That's funny to say that it's like useless.
it's fun. I think having engineers here in a route that you normally don't take much advantage of is fine, because ultimately you end up in this room, which is somewhere that you're probably defending pretty closely anyway. So allowing your team to have a shorter way that ignores mid is like, it works.
Oh yeah, there's another interesting parallel where like, you kept the intel on the floor.
Yeah, so I was actually thinking about like moving the entire intel room upstairs, and my reasoning for not doing that is I think Fort is probably the best looking map in TF2. It's not like the most visually impressive, but in terms of like the most TF2 map, having like secret bases underground is so cool, and I wish they did that more. So I'm like, I don't want to remove the James Bond spy style. So how do I make this work?
What if this ends up being your kryptonite, though? You know, you left it in for like aesthetics, and then cripple your map gameplay wise.
So be it. I'd rather die standing than live kneeling.
Okay, that's fair. You also, wait, was there a great reason for this? You got rid of the funny like secret respawn room.
I feel like people respawn room.
Fort for like 6 billion hours, so don't even know this exists.
Okay, so let's simulate the average interaction of pushing the intel room. Okay, shoot me really fast.
Yeah.
Ouch! Yeah, I'm going to resupply, and now you can't kill me, and I'm going to sit here and camp rockets and shoot, peek out and in. So that's the reasoning for removing. It's so annoying. It happens every time I play Vanilla Fort.
Did you get a lot of complaints about removing stuff?
I mean, I got some, but I think for the most part, people were like fine with what I replaced it with. Like when I did version 1, when I removed the spiral, people were like, "Oh my god, you can't remove that! It's so iconic." Like, you're telling me that you would rather have the spiral, which can be defended by one demo man against an entire team, than this?
That's also true. He just stands at the very end and he shoots like lock and load pipes at you, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's like you cap the intel, like you pick it up, and the demo man has 15 seconds to respawn and sit here while he watches your little arrow go in circles as you run up the spiral. It's such an annoying thing, but yeah, no, I think that's about it. I think you've explored everything.
Yeah. I think it's also it's pretty funny to think about. I was doing like a clipping pass over my map, and I realized how small Fort kind of is. Like there isn't actually that much to it.
There's really not. I mean, you have to just make the extra room somewhere if you don't want it to be choky, is what I found. But I kind of like your solution too, where you leaned into it and made it like a blitz capture the flag map, where it's like it'll probably be over really quick, but that's the point. It's like it's a different feel than normal capture the flag, where it's more choky.
Well, the problem is that I made that choice on the basis of like I think if we're like that's one of the few decisions I made off of the basis of like how do I win the contest rather than like you know like what's like the best balancing decision. I was thinking I reasoned that like all right, our viewers are probably going to be like really HD and get bored if nothing happens for like 20 minutes, so we could have sent in the horsemen.
Okay, so you're a little metagamer is what you're telling me.
I mean, it could pass as like Halloween map, right? So like Eric would probably accept it, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, just
on that basis, I feel like you don't have much to stand on.
And make the skybox like vaguely spooky, and there you go. I mean,
yeah. Honestly, it would be more fun than most Halloween maps too. I feel like you can. I feel like it's justifiable.
I mean, I honestly.
Did you get rid of? Sorry,
go
ahead.
No, I was saying I can't disagree. After playing most Halloween maps, you're probably right.
Wait, but did you never make any consideration on the basis of like what would actually like cause me to win or lose the contest?
So, I just made the best map that I could, and to me, it's like if I win, I win, and if not, then if shounic made a better map than this, then we have two really good maps. So
fair enough. Yeah, that was the. I was gonna bring this up like after everything is done, but I do think, it's kind of maybe like a flaw of our current contest where if I decided to just be like an absolute asshole and I made a map that was just like pandering to viewers, if I just added like, like 60 cows and I just made it like a meme shit fest, I'd probably win, right? But it'd be like a massive dick move.
I mean, then you could also argue like, I spent basically an entire version just art passing. So trying to win viewers over by, oh, this feels like Fort. Like, I guess that technically counts. I mean, I figured it would be more of a gentleman's rules thing where it's not like, you don't have pop-ups every 5 seconds where it's like, oh, if you vote for me, then I'll give you 5 seconds of crit. It's like...
yeah, that's fair. I was gonna ask. I just noticed in the spawn room that you removed the the buffer room. You know, like the white one in the back.
What do you mean?
This room. Did you not spawn there anymore?
No, you
Oh,
do.
you do. Wait, I could have just. Wait, I could have just respawned and tested it. I'm an
All
idiot.
right, problem solved.
Okay. Yeah, interesting map. I feel like honestly, I feel like we made pretty what's it called? I feel like the contest could go either way for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how these play, because like obviously we each know how our own map plays, but we've not really seen the other ones. So let's
Yeah,
I guess
your
let's open the
server set up
server.
for that. Is it gonna explode?
We might need to do it on your server because my fast DL isn't working. We're waiting on support to get back.
I
don't know what...
can give you do you know how to change server configs, right? I can just give you like the FDL website link.
Yeah, so I'm stupid
Okay.
and I have someone else do it for me.
Oh wait, so you can't change it?
I can. Okay, so it is in my
Well, I mean, I can do it
capacity
if I
to do
need
so,
to.
but I
I'm
don't
just-
know how to do it because I just have someone else manage the server for me because I don't know how to do it.
I'm just thinking that my server is completely unset up for having people play it 24/7, right? Like I could do it eventually. Like if after this stream I could have if I had an hour to do it, I could probably get it all set up.
Okay, we can.
It just depends on
we can
exactly
do
how
it on
fucked
mine.
your server is, right? If I really need to do that,
No. We can do it on mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
so just
my server
for-
admin's in chat. Okay, Muddy, I'll send you RC1 on mine, and then I'll send you Shounic's map. Hold on. Did we get
Oh,
fast
nice,
DL
okay.
working? I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, you can also just use specifically the map download server. I mean, why don't you just use a workshop map? Why don't you just upload it to workshop?
Because I guess it does auto update. I was gonna say I don't want to upload it until it's done, but yeah, I guess you can just
Yeah,
push updates.
yeah.
But that's more hassle than I'm willing to go through.
I mean, I think it's worth it. You should learn it eventually, because Steam obviously has download servers all over the world, right? So in theory, for example, if there's a European who's joining, my FDL server is somewhere in the East Coast, right? So yeah, if they're European or Australian, they would get way better download speeds, just off of latency. 'Cause,
Yeah, no, that's
obviously Steam has servers everywhere. So I usually try to use the workshop to host maps if I can, but
okay. Good to
it's
know.
just a
'Cause-
little annoying because you need time in advance, right, for mods to approve it and whatever.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I'll upload it now. So most of my map making experience, you probably have a lot more proper experience, quote unquote. Most of mine is just making shitter maps for my friends to play on, meme single player maps. This is the first I think real TF2 map, quote unquote, that's designed for 12v12 that I've made.
Yeah, I heard that you made some FNAF map when I was working on this 2-part project. We just idly mention it. I think also people were so you need to make a troll map to troll Great Blue and troll the troller and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make a single player TF2 map, I would be impressed to see it, although...
Wait, what? I mean, it's not that hard. It's just, you gotta... I mean, I feel like I'd actually uniquely be pretty good at doing it, because
It's not technically difficult.
To, fuck you up, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, It's not technically difficult to make, but a lot of the troubles, designing puzzles for TF2 single player, because it's not something that comes up much.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess. I mean, what is that? What you've done? I haven't watched any of your trolling people videos. But do you make them do
I mean, I watch all of your videos. So that's kind of awkward.
Oh,
that you
shit.
you don't even care about mine.
Okay, well, fuck me then. But do you actually give them real puzzles? Are you giving them
yeah,
what's
no,
that
it's
one
a
game?
real,
Fuck,
it's
I
a
forgot.
puzzle map. It's not okay, one of them was a troll map. The gimmick of one of them is the door just opens on a timer, and there's a giant, massive room of just red herrings that doesn't let you see when the door opens. But
Oh, I see. Okay.
no, a lot of them are genuine puzzle maps where it's there are real puzzles
I
you have
thought
to solve with
meant,
TF2 mechanics.
Okay, I see. So it's an escape room type of puzzle. You mean? I was thinking you meant you have to solve a riddle. You know what I mean?
A
Well, I guess it
riddle,
kind of means that, but I was thinking I don't know, maybe it's some I don't know, like Resident Evil, like fucking like fit the puzzle pieces in kind of thing, you know?
No, it's not like that. It's like okay, like for instance, I had a co-op map and the puzzle was with 2 people, how do you get each class to like their maximum height? And the solution is like, oh, as medic you have to Uber and then have a demo place 8 stickies and like shoot you up there, and as engineer you get like continuously crossbowed as you bullet jump or something. And it's like it's that type of thing where the solutions are TF2 mechanics. It's not like I have the Riddler standing there saying, riddle me this, what's black, white, and red all over? And if you solve it, then you go past.
I mean, that would be kind of cool, though. I mean, the Riddler in TF2, that's kind of epic, right?
Yeah, maybe I should do, like, one of the guys is just the Riddler.
That's kind of funny, though. It kind of reminds me of, like, it feels like something people would make in, like, 2010s or, like, the 2009, you know, when, like, TF2 was new. And, like, Hammer was, like, a novel new thing. People were like, oh, I'm gonna make this, and... Like, I feel like, actually, if you go back in, like, Game Banana archives or some shit, there's probably tons of, like, quiz maps and, like, you know, silly game modes like that. It's like, it's like almost like a Gmod map, actually. Right?
No, it really does feel like it, and I'm surprised that, like, that's not something that people have thought to do earlier. Like, I'm surprised that TF2 has been out for, like, 18 years almost. And no one's thought to make, like, single-player maps, because I was even trying to find other ones that people had made that weren't me to play. And I found like 2 and they barely worked.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's probably because you don't really get to see the reaction of the person you're like torturing, right? I feel like that's what a lot of amateur mappers get into it for, you know, like I want to troll like my local server community by making like an awful map of like in-jokes and like, oh, if you press this button, like Gaben will jump out and kill you or something, right?
Yeah, no, like
wait, so
okay, my server should be No. Oh, we totally were. It's set up though. It's all good though.
Okay. I think we should probably join the server before we like get to. We're literally just standing opposite sides of each other, like talking to each other.
Yeah, this is the casual conversation, just chatting to Fort server.
That's true. Uncle Dane's new podcast would be so much better if we were both in like an empty server, like sidestepping back and forth like every like 5 minutes.
Have you seen those memes that are like when the conversation with the boys at 3 a.m. gets intense and it's just people jumping on Minecraft chests in their house like doing nothing?
What the hell?
Okay, never mind. Wait, how old are you? Sorry, how old are you? Are you like ancient?
I was born in 1997, so I'm like...
Oh, good God. Okay, you're basically an urn at this point. Okay, so...
How old are you?
I'm 24, but I'm hip with the kids. I know all the memes.
You're like gonna die soon too.
Yeah, but I have like a couple years until my bones turn to dust. Like that's like not nothing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't watch shorts. I mean, I feel like
They're not shorts.
Know, they all kind of suck. Shorts just kind of suck ass.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with that, but it's not YouTube Shorts. I just like I have like friends that send me these memes. I'm not like seeking them out myself. That's how I stay up with the culture as a grumpy old man who hates chicken jockeys.
Wait, so you're also still a grumpy old man then? If people are sending it to you, then you're still not. You're saying you're like hip with the kids.
Yeah, and I am because.
Great Blue, do you have Riz?
I have L-Riz. I'm sorry.
Shit, he passed the test. What's more brain rot? Do you know what chicken jockey is?
I do know what chicken jockey. I did a stream last night where people just kept saying chicken jockey in my chat.
Do you know who the Costco guys are?
I do know who the Costco guy. Okay, do you know who Zenith is? Do you know who the YouTuber Zenith is?
Zenith?
Yeah, he's kind of a nobody. You probably wouldn't know, but
TF2, I think. Does he?
Yeah. But he's the source of like every hip with the kids joke that I'm aware of. Yeah. You can. I sent you the IP.
Yeah, I'm in the server.
Oh, you're in the server. Okay, so this is. I guess we'll do my map first. Let me.
Yeah.
Let me like MP restart the game here.
Mm-hmm.
Not
oh yeah.
JFKH DSJFHJDSLHF SD.F donated $2. Please don't bring it up again.
Everyone in my chat saying, please stop bringing it up again. Sorry, I have like text-to-speech on donations. Like immediately upon mentioning chicken jockey, and I have people screaming
No,
at
I
me.
just
Don't bring it up.
ruined your chat. Wait, that's good. That's good.
That's
my
good.
My cat's very calm.
Yeah, your chat
My
does seem
chat's
like the intellectual.
Oh, I
type.
actually did a poll earlier in the stream. I asked my chat how many of them have watched the Minecraft movie. Only like 20% of them did. So I think like on the brain rot scale, I'm like far ahead of you. Like I'm.
Oh,
very
easily.
clean, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that because you said you're like what 75, so.
I mean, if I might die to old age sooner than you, but you'll die of like, you know, just like brain cancer, just like you know, like brain rot and like brain damage, you know.
Okay, I
feel
never
like
never
you're
considered
really
the brain
overlooking how much
cancer
psychic damage
possibility.
you're taking like every stream, you know.
No. The psychic damage simply fortifies my brain for the upcoming streams. It's like I guess what would you call like exposure training? Like, yeah, maybe on stream 1, I'm suffering, but on stream 50, like I'm invincible at that point.
Yeah, but if you think about this though. If you inject yourself with poison, you don't get better at tolerating poison. You just fucking die, right?
Well, like that's how they do it with allergies, though. If you have like a peanut allergy and you like microdose
What?
peanuts, that's how they do
How many
it.
people have you killed force feeding them peanuts? That's fucked up.
Well, you don't feed them
What do you
entire
mean?
peanuts. You give them like essence
Is that
of
why
peanut.
you asked me if I had a shovel? What the fuck?
Like, yeah, that's that's exactly what I needed the shovel for, to kill the weak kids with peanut allergies. But no, like you like microdose them on peanuts. You give them like a little tiny droplet of peanut, and then they're slightly less allergic to it next time they have a peanut, and then you like build up to a full peanut. I'm not even lying. That's how they do like tolerance training.
No, I think you are lying. I don't think that's true. What the fuck?
Yeah, someone in my chat said that's true.
I feel like
one guy in my chat did
your
say
viewers
that.
need to close their ears. I think you're gonna kill someone. This is terrible advice.
Like,
I don't think that's.
I'm not. Hold on. Like, I'm not encouraging you try this yourself. Like,
Are
go
you
to a
sure
doctor
you're,
and
like,
do it.
Do you have a lawyer? Like, I think you could be held liable for this too.
You should not try this on your own. Like, go to a professional. Showing there are doctors that do this. Yeah, the peanut microdose doctors.
Great Blue, if you went to like a walk-in appointment, right? You just go to a doctor's office and you said, "I need to microdose peanuts." Like, do you think that would like actually help you? Like,
What,
would they
if
know
you
what you're
said it
talking
like
about?
that, then no. If you went to a doctor and said, "Hey, yo, doc, I've got L-Riz and got a microdose peanuts," like they'd probably kick you out and send you to a psych ward. But if you said, "Hey,
Right.
I want the actual correct name of the procedure," then they would give it to you because it's a real procedure.
Okay, and the name of it is?
I don't know.
You
Like,
would know because it's a legitimate procedure, right?
like I don't know what the name of the procedure is. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, I don't know
because it's
everything.
not real.
Yeah, it's a fake procedure. I'm trying to lie to kids with peanut allergies to get them to die because I don't know.
It increases your kill streak.
Exactly. I don't want to go out with a negative KD, so I think
I
kids
guess
with
that's
peanut
kinda fair.
allergies are probably the weakest stock.
Are we...
They're the most. Oh, here, I can restart the map. I've been waiting on the server to fill.
Yeah, I was wondering if the game is like actually happening. I've just been walking in circles.
Well, no, this is like important to prove my reputation.
I mean, I guess, does anyone here in chat have like a peanut allergy? I guess like
We're not gonna have them test it. Like, we're
Great
gonna
Blue is
have them
saying it's
book an
real,
appointment
like-
with a doctor. How about that? We're not gonna have people microdose peanuts.
I mean,
It's
hypothetically,
immunotherapy. It's called immunotherapy.
Because it's even more like diluted, right? So you have more control.
What do they get
over,
matter?
the
Like,
peanut
Shona, you
dosing.
start with like an eyedropper of like the essence of peanut, because like for the people whose allergies are really bad, you can't start with anything that even resembles a peanut. You have to start really, really small.
Okay, I mean, I can see how it probably makes some sense. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
it's how
see how it also
vaccines work.
sounds like
Are you
some
saying
shit
you're
people would
anti-vax?
say. I don't. I mean, there's no peanut vaccine, so like.
Not yet.
Can you really say that?
Okay, we're
Are you saying
trying.
there's a peanut vaccine? I feel like I would have heard about it by now if there actually was one. Like, that feels like something nice to know.
I don't think there's like a syringe with peanuts in it that you inject into your bloodstream, but like I don't know how immunotherapy works, but I know it's a real thing. I had a family member that was like really allergic to gluten and had that done. Now she can eat it, so it does work.
But what if it only works on gluten, right?
It doesn't, because peanuts are like the thing they invented it with.
Apply what? Sorry.
No, because peanuts are what they first tried it with. Like that's how they know it works.
What? If it's like a decade-old like operation, why do we still have kids dying to peanuts then? What do you?
Because they've not done the immunotherapy. Like, why do we still have people dying of the flu?
But it should be like something everyone does. Then it's like
we have the flu shot.
Wouldn't it be the
years.
case if that was actually a thing? That as soon as you're born, people are like, okay, give them the peanut treatment. Like, why wouldn't that just happen immediately?
Because not every kid has peanut allergies.
Yeah, I know. But then if you actually are,
you take it.
You know, like a peanut like.
Oh my god.
I don't know, like a peanut weakling. Then like you're
peanut weakling. Like if you're the inferior
you
stock.
want to have the operation done on you, right? Like,
yeah.
Shouldn't we be doing them to kids like out of spawn? Like, why are we not doing that, right? Like, like if there's a real
second
thing,
they're out of the womb, we put them in the peanut immersion chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like we don't know. Okay, so you're not eating peanuts until you're like 6 years old. So how do you know if you're allergic to peanuts? Like, that's not a genetic thing that we can test for, I don't think.
What if you rub, like, peanut butter on their skin?
Well, then they might die if they're an infant. Like, you don't want to do that.
Wait, can they actually die from that? I guess that's... Yeah, I guess it's probably...
Yeah, like, you're 0 years old. You just got out of the womb, and you're now being exposed to lethal toxins. Your throat's gonna close up, and you're gonna die.
Well, hold on. Wait, why do you... Like, can't you just apply the procedure to them regardless, though?
Well, like, then why would we need to do it? Because it costs money. Like, that's the problem with it, too, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
It's like, there's no reason... And also, how many, like, possible allergies are there? It's like, if you did every possible procedure, you're probably spending, like, thousands of dollars for allergies your kid doesn't have.
I have pollen allergies. They literally injected tiny amounts of pollen into my blood. Not sure about peanuts though.
Yeah, well, I guess then we have to wait for medicine to advance, so you
can
like you can like peep their genes before they're born and then be like, okay, this guy needs the peanut fix, you know?
He needs his peanut microdoses. Yeah, no, a viewer just said, I have pollen allergies. They literally inject tiny amounts of pollen into my bloodstream, and then...
What? Into your bloodstream?
Yeah, like that's how it works. That's how vaccines work.
Well, no, that sounds dangerous. Like, because isn't the problem with pollen in...
Okay, you can go into the doctor's office that have been doing this for 10 years, that it sounds dangerous, and then they can laugh at you because they've done it with, like, hundreds of people and it works.
I mean, I feel like you're kind of not being completely forthright with me, because I did say if I went to, like, a doctor's office and I said, give me the peanut treatment, they'd be like, you also agreed they wouldn't know what you're talking about.
If you said the peanut treatment, yeah. They're not gonna know what that means. Like, okay, like if someone...
Wait, hold on, but what else could it mean though? If you're a doctor and you're a receptionist, you have to deal with sick people constantly.
So, okay, how about if you go to this, you say, hey, I have a peanut allergy and I want treatment. Well, you don't have to know what it's called. You specify the problem, not just, hey, yo, doc, give me the peanut therapy. Like, they're not gonna know what that means.
I'm just saying, I don't know if there's much more it could mean, right? Like, if,
okay, well then maybe they will. Like, we're just assuming they won't, I guess. We've never really checked to see if they don't.
I mean, I don't know if we can apply that to anything else, though. Like, if I don't know, what are, like, some surgeries people have? If you went to a doctor and just, like, I need bigger titties, then they know what you mean, right?
Well, you don't need, like, bigger tit immunotherapy. Like, what?
No, but I'm saying that for most things that you'd want to get medical intervention for, like, they'd get it. Like, there's not... I mean, it's, like, pretty, like, simple to understand, right? I'm just saying that
yeah.
I don't think... I don't think peanut treatment is actually that obscure or, like, that... like, hard to understand.
So, no, Shounic, one of my chatters explained the problem. It's not your job as the patient to explain what treatment you want. You explain what the problem is. So if you're going in asking for a specific treatment, instead of saying, these are my symptoms, what do I do? Then they're probably going to laugh at you regardless, because that probably just means you're asking for free drugs. But in this case, it's like, you just want free peanut syringes.
I mean, that implies that people accept that, like, peanut syringes are, like, a real thing and something that can actually happen, but...
it is, they are. Like, this is a well-established thing.
I mean, I'm just kind of surprised, because I feel like it would be more, like, widespread of a thing, right? That people are like, hey, you can get your peanut allergy fixed. You know, that's what I'm kind of surprised by. I feel like if it was legitimate and like real technology, then it'd be very popular right now, right?
Well, I think it's the price that's the restrictive factor, right? Because it's not cheap necessarily, and it's not something that I feel like insurance would be willing to cover because it's like not strictly medically necessary. You must know.
Okay, apparently it's widespread, and I'm just clueless. Someone said.
Okay, so it is, and you're just lying. Okay, great.
Okay, what if I just don't have a peanut allergy then? Like, can I? You know,
well, then why are you talking about it?
Am I supposed to know how to like save every possible person, like different problems and such? Like,
yeah, so
you probably don't know how to save someone if they have like a random seizure or something, right? Like on the street. Like,
well, no, but what does that have to do with peanut allergies? What?
No. Someone said I'm clueless, so I said that I'm not supposed to know everything.
The peanut syringes are real. Thank you.
Damn, how did they fit it in their belt? I mean, I guess you can crunch up the shell, but okay.
Do you know do you know what an essence is? Like
essence? Like I know what it means as like an English word.
Okay,
it's
well,
just like a Dark Souls item, like the essence of.
Yeah, you have to go collect the essence of peanut from the Dark Soul cave.
Oh yeah, so is your server is fine then, right? We're gonna use.
This is fine. Yeah, it works.
Okay,
like,
there is like 2 extra slots because there's 13 people on each
yeah,
team,
so those are our
public
reserve slots because if either of us disconnect, then we would want to get back in. But we found that it's not like that.
I really considered when we were actually playing this, I should just make up problems and shit talk your map. I feel like that's really mean.
Like, okay, this is a gentleman's challenge. I'm not gonna metagame and say like, I could like sit there and nitpick like, this is a doomsday asset, and you're adding this to Two-Fort, you uncultured
it's
swine.
Adam Smash, actually. It's not really
yeah, well, I mean that that one's a little bit more obvious, I think, but I'm gonna sit here and like critique your use of fence props if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, well, you said that you wanted the map to be Two-Fort. Like, I don't think I've seen that specific fence used anywhere in Two-Fort.
Which specific
also,
fence?
I think it's kind of unrealistic for such a large wood pile to be created. I think, in reality, it would tumble over, and it started becoming tedious to maintain such a big stack of wood, right?
shounic, there is a nuclear fission reactor in the middle of your map, and we're talking about unrealistic maps.
The nuclear reactors have been around in real life for like ever.
Yeah, just sitting there
like
in
the
the water.
50s and like the 60s.
Just sitting in the water.
They nuked Japan.
Not with an atom smash core. Like what? Yeah, I remember the strife the Japanese people faced when they had the giant fission reactor drop.
You think about it every morning when you wake up. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I can't knock you for that.
Oh, the flame
did you
touch.
have much of a involved process of playtesting, by the way? I feel like...
What do you mean involved?
If I really did that much from like playtesting.
So, I kind of did. I had a survey that I would send out to people every time.
Uh-huh.
And that's about it. That's really, like, the extent of it. I made a channel in my Discord for people to point out, like...
Do you want to scramble the teams? Is this
let's win. We're just about to win. Yeah, that's part of my map, is the teams are imbalanced.
Intel hasn't been touched for too long, you scramble the teams. That's really smart.
Okay, so I heard people talking about this. How do you feel about timers on CTF maps?
I feel like it's basically a cop-out. It's basically the devs being like, I don't know what the fuck to do. How do we fix this shit? Just put a timer on it, you know? Like, because nobody actually enjoys, like, the non-conclusion that is, oh, you both lost, right?
Yeah, it's like, it's such an unsatisfying end to a match. And also, if you're about to, or if the timer is configured in a way that whoever has the most points when it ends wins, that just encourages one person to get 1 point and then camp the entire time, which is so lame.
Yeah. I honestly wonder if the dev team basically ran into like sunk cost fallacy where they were like, okay, let's remake Two-Fort from TFC because this is like the best map. And then they realized, wait, CTF is really shit in this new game we made. What do we do?
Yeah, they should have done like the Dust 2 treatment, right? Where they make a brand new map with similar aesthetics and theme, but it's like different enough to, I guess, how am I trying to articulate this?
Like work
it's
better in the new
it's
game.
similar layout, like it has the same vibe, but it's designed around the new game instead of just being a direct port. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's also. I mean, I feel like it must have been hard to playtest at like Valve, right? Because you have all these like actual like game developers, but then to like playtest amongst themselves and don't get like a good view of how like regular people would approach it, right?
Yeah, like you have a lot of people that are very, very experienced, but in general, user testing, like general like quality assurance with real people that are clueless is important. But at the same time, like they just didn't know how TF2 would be at that point, I think.
I don't know. I don't know if that's particularly true because it just takes like one engineer to set up in the basement for it to be like a shit fest, right?
Yeah, but maybe they
I
wanted
guess
that.
basically
Maybe
the
they're
problem
like,
is what? Sorry.
I said maybe they wanted that. Maybe like camping is what they wanted from
like a
TF2.
stalemate?
Yeah, they wanted a more defensive game mode. Like, I honestly, looking at some of the early maps, I would not be surprised if that was their thought process. Because a lot of them are very choky.
I guess that could be true. Yeah, maybe they thought that it was more satisfying to defend than like attack. I feel like nowadays though, it's like kind of flipped, right? I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like people prefer maps to be. If it had to be one sided, it should be like attacker sided, right?
Yeah, I mean, in general, right? But I feel like that's mostly due to how powerful defensive classes can be, like engineers specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
they
most
would
people
have
just rather
seen it
be
in
balanced.
playtesting.
But
There's no way not a single one of them try to build a level 3 sentry gun in an intel room.
right, but like, maybe the engineer was just really bad. And also, you have to think too. They didn't have unlocks. So you have one like stock demo man come in and kill the sentry, and it's not like he can wrangle it or short circuit or do all this other garbage.
Okay, I mean you're not wrong, but I'm not sure if it truly makes that much of a difference. I think what I was gonna say was
it
that I
does. Wrangler's been such a problem.
maybe. What I was gonna say though is that I think a bigger issue is probably just that they might have like overestimated how much people want to play medic and how much teamwork it would be. You know. Presumably in the Valve offices, they'll be yelling at each other about like, "Oh, we should push now" or like whatever, right? And I think that's sort of like
The Valve
probably
employees
what's
like
missing in
yelling at
PUBG.
each other to push.
I mean, I feel like that's not far-fetched. Also, did you have your what's it called, like your map rules set up? I was thinking you would change the map after like one team like wins, right? But are you gonna?
Oh, I can just do that manually, and it's not like automated. Why is there a scout here?
You can, yeah, that's what I was saying. In that, when you put it out to the public, you should probably set it to like max rounds 1, right? So then, after like one team wins on the map, it would like switch.
Oh,
to the next
so okay, hold on. We should probably establish. Do you have a permanent server? Because I figured we could just like run.
Oh, okay. So your server.
Yeah,
your
like
map,
I would
and then
run my
server,
map full
map.
time, and you would run yours, and we would like, in order to vote on the poll, we would have to verify that you've played on both.
I mean, I guess we can.
Because that lets double
I mean,
the people
there's no
play at the same
There's nothing
time.
particularly wrong with that. I could set up my test server to be run for like a week. That's fine. I was thinking that it might be hard for people to experience both maps though, because ideally you want. I mean, obviously, if you only played on one, then you shouldn't have a voice, right? Because you literally don't know what the other one is. But if it's a server that's like split, or if it's a split between two servers, it might be hard to like actually play them all, right? I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
it's
I'm
two
overthinking
maps,
it.
right? Like you join one and then you join the other. It's not like we're rotating like 15
I was thinking
maps
that
out
like
here.
you would want like one server to alternate between both of the maps, so then you can just stay in the one server and like play both maps, right? It seems like way more straightforward that way rather than like, okay, I played here and I gotta wait in line to get to the other server.
That is true, but I feel like you're waiting in line no matter what. Because like, let's say I want to play on like Bluefort and it's been on shofort, and then I like can't get a slot, and then when I come back, it's alternated back around the Bluefort again.
I mean, but you just wait, right? Then you just play Bluefort and then you get to shofort, right? Because it rotates after a win. Like like all you have to do is wait, right? rather than like wait to get into the server. I don't know. It's probably not that big of a deal. If it's a whole week, people can probably get in if they really cared. I wouldn't mind doing it that way as well. I was just talking about what I assumed would be the way we did it.
Yeah, I mean, we can figure it out, because I'll just make an announcement on like my YouTube community tab. So we have a little bit of time to figure out how exactly this will work, but I think 2 servers, just because you have more server slots, would be ideal.
Yeah, that's also true. That's fair. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, though that doesn't preclude. Okay, well, so the debate still rages on whether like one server rotates 2 maps or like 1 map 1 server. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that'll be a problem. I can run my server as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I technically have a like a 3rd server. I have like the 100-player one, the test server, and like a really old server I rented before I got more serious about stuff. So
I mean, if you need your 100-player, then
no. I was saying we could have like 3 servers in total. So it'd be yours, mine, and then my 2nd test server. But it depends if we think we need it.
I am fine just having 2 servers that run 24/7, because at the point you're adding 3, then that's 3 different server logs we have to prune through to get the Steam IDs of the voters.
I mean, that wouldn't be a problem. I think like deciding whether we should have a 3rd server should only be decided on the basis of like there's not enough slots, you know? Like tech stuff, it's not going to be a problem in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, my IT knowledge is a little bit behind yours, I think, so.
Yeah, you're a fake programmer. All you've done is CSS.
I don't pretend to be a real programmer. I'm a designer. I do CSS. That's not even real programming.
Wait, isn't that better though? Because on the resume it just says it's programming. You can.
I can fool like, HR, but I mean I don't have any HRs to fool right now. So okay, you're a full-time YouTuber, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious. I don't know how many like TF2 YouTubers do it full time. I think you're like the 5th person that I know of.
Why? Wait, it's not that common?
It's really not. Like most people that I know that do it
are you full time?
Have a job. I'm full time too, yeah.
Okay, I see. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Not to sell you out here, but your Discord activity is it reminded me of me before I fixed my sleep schedule.
My Discord active. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your online hours. If it's active.
Sorry,
maybe Great Blue is gonna start going invisible to throw off my sleuthing.
Yeah, I'll have to set up some program that like makes me look online at more reasonable hours. God, even without HR, I still have like people breathing down my neck about my sleep schedule and my timeliness.
No, actually, I'm actually kind of curious for your take, because I feel like, especially for this job, but I guess that kind of applies to like any remote work, like freelancing stuff or whatever. I feel like it's really easy to just be like, well, what do I need to wake up for? I might as well just keep working or something, right? And then it like very easily falls into disarray, right? Where it's just like, well, I guess I'll just stay up till 6 to work on this. You know, what's gonna stop me?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
like what you fall into.
It's definitely a problem for me too, where it's like if there's nothing to wake up for, my sleep schedule will just decay. And I don't know if this is the same way for you, but I feel like for me, like if I'm up until 4 a.m., I do better work. Like I just have better thinking hours at really late at night. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's like a problem, but
I kind of have that too. I have like a pet theory that I wonder if it's influenced from like upbringing, because technically when you go to school you don't really do much during the day, right? And then at night is when you're supposed to like think about and like do your homework. I have no clue how true that is, but I feel like that kind of makes some sense, right? That it's like from the pattern set by like schooling hours.
Even like during schooling, even when I was in college and stuff, like I would specifically try to orient my classes to be as late in the day as possible, because I hated waking up before noon. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but
I think it could just be, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not sure if it's necessarily just like electronics and like people like having a harder time sleeping. I think like, yeah, I don't know. There's like I feel like everyone I've heard has like some degree of issue with like sleeping. Like we've all, humans have become so advanced. We've like fucked ourselves.
Someone said jobless in your chat. I have a job. My job is just TF2.
You're reading my chat?
I have both chats open.
I don't know if you have the security clearance for that. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to intrude on your territory, but you're not doing it, you know. So someone else.
So there's this.
Well, because I'm talking to you. You want me to just
really
start like
banana.
banking donations,
It's
like
actually a phone
talking
like
over
weird,
you?
right? But anyways,
This
have
is
you heard
personally
of it?
why I don't actually, in most of my streams, I stick to purely like talking to chat, because otherwise it's like too much to have like two conversations at once, right?
Oh no, I can read two chats and talk at the same time. I'm just built
Wait, I'm
different,
not reading
I guess.
your chat. Wait, what am I missing out on? Wait, are they?
Someone
wait, be honest,
donated.
are they saying
so
bad
there's
things about me in your chat.
Yeah, so this is the
does your
intellectual
chat, like,
wisdom
Coke or
we just got
Pepsi
graced by. So there's this banana, right? But it's not really a banana. It's actually a phone, like weird, right? But anyways, have you heard of it? So you don't have to read my chat. It's okay.
What if I start a war in your chat? Hey, I heard Great Blue thinks that Sniper isn't actually like OP in TF2. You just need to dodge better. That's what he said to me in private.
I don't think any person that uses hammer on any regular basis can make an argument that Sniper's not annoying.
Wow, wait, he just said it himself. Wait, get him, guys.
No, I disagreed with you.
Beat Great Blue of Hammers, quick. He said the thing.
How many times, okay, be honest, how many times in the time that you were making the map did you find some like really jank angle and say, wow, I hate Sniper?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. Okay, I'm gonna change the map to Shofort now.
I spend a lot of time making sure that like you can't stand, like you don't really have like a good angle on things, but
It's
there
so
really is no
obnoxious.
way to like fully stop it, unless your map is like full of like right angles and like twists and turns. It's actually kind of a
Not JFKH, DS,
somewhat serious
JFH,
problem on, like, Payload
JDSLHF,
maps.
SD.F
'Cause by nature of
donated
having, like, a Payload
$5.
track, you
Conspiracy
necessarily
theory.
create,
Later
like, a
times equals
sniper
less
siren, right? You know
activity
what I mean?
equals less things you brain need to focus on
Like,
when
Hold
your
on,
brain
you have to
goes
repeat
on
this
autopilot during
because
the
I have
day.
a text-to-speech that's reading off conspiracy theories to me right now.
Oh yeah, which one's your favorite?
Conspiracy theory, later times equals less activity equals less things your brain needs to focus on, or your brain goes on autopilot during the day. I don't know if that's, like, true necessarily. I mean, like, there used to be a reason for me to stay up late, but I just prefer it now.
I mean, I definitely think the night's kind of cozier in a way. I kind of enjoy how quiet it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to, like, because being a young punk and not a grandpa, it's not
Rabbi
been, like,
donated
that long
$2.
since I've
Don't tell
lived with my
Shounic.
parents. Like, probably
This
only,
your
like,
map
4
is
or
my
5 years.
favorite.
So, my sleep schedule got fucked because I just wanted time to myself. Okay, this is, like, insane. I don't know what this mid is.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Oh yeah, but you know what you were saying about like the sniper sideline stuff? I said,
Sure, read your donations.
what the fuck? I'm being told to read my donations in my own chat? That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
sorry.
I mean, I guess I never really
Someone has
was
to
like
do it
the
for
owner
you.
of this stream or anything. This isn't my channel or anything.
Okay,
Hey, if
so,
it's my chat, I have the right to neglect them. Okay,
not
these
getting
are
you
my
money.
kids,
It's
and
funny.
you can't give them the peanut treatment even if you want to.
I am going to
either.
forcibly inject your kids with peanut syringes.
Stasis donated
they don't like
$5 Australian
peanuts.
dollars.
It's not like that.
Anyway,
Blue
thanks for the
nighttime
$2,
kid
Rabbi.
stay up
Don't
to
tell
protect
Shonik
tribes
this map
and
is my
Thank my
favorite.
donators. What the
Day
fuck?
one,
You know, he
Mother
donated to
Moon
me
is
too. That's why I said to check it.
This
Because he
is
donated
more
to both of us.
disrespecting you could have ever conjured up. Kind of
Oh
like
my
insult my
god.
man.
You're disrespecting your paying
I've
viewers
been
who keep
streaming
you
longer
afloat.
than
What
you,
the
probably.
fuck? Probably. And yet somehow
Yeah.
I have the better etiquette, so what does that say?
It's not etiquette. We just derailed the entire conversation to thank this guy who gave me like $2. I sent him like charge back.
Ooga booga nighttime caveman, stay up to protect
What?
tribe from danger, sleep during day while other morning caveman hunt. Like, what is this implying that it's a long-standing thing? I just got unlucky. I'm the night watch caveman, or what? What's the
I mean,
implication
I feel like it
here?
kind of makes sense, right? Someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah, I have to protect my tribe from dangers like
I mean, you wouldn't let your tribe.
miscreants with
die,
peanut
right?
syringes. No, well, I would. I mean,
All right. Well.
I mean, I would. I hate to break it to you.
What if they exile you from?
Ooga booga. A tribe not give me
John
state
Clare
mandated
donated
GF.
$5. Shounic is probably going to read this first SMH.
Shounic is probably going to read this first SMH. Thanks for the $5, John Clare, but I doubt it.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, I mean,
Let me see. Let me
if
try
you
to
wanna talk
abuse
to your
Sniper.
chat, I guess that's fine.
Let me try to break your map so you get fewer
votes.
votes.
What? Sorry, did you ask
Let me,
me something?
I said, let me try to break your map so you get fewer votes by going Sniper.
Yeah, that is actually something I considered like as a joke of like, oh, I should hire like a band of, I should hire like a competitive team to just like throw on your map and then like try their hardest to win on my map, you know?
Just hire like the sweatiest people on planet Earth to ruin other people's maps.
King Boo donated
Yeah,
$2.
exactly.
Communist Cat wanted to ask who's the top?
This is Schizo Stream 1.5. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Like, it just happens.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to stop me from asking you some of the worst questions ever. I mean, we did like, we did immediately derail into like peanut allergies.
King, I'm not answering that. But no, like, in response to what we were talking about, no, like, I don't know how much of a thing, because I know several other people who are like, yeah, I just function better really late at night. To the point where, like, even if I tried to wake up at, like, a normal time, I just wouldn't. Okay.
I think you just gotta like wake up earlier or something. I think like.
Oh, you just wake up earlier. I never thought about that.
No, I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know, it takes you time to, you know, like wake up and stuff, right? So I don't know, hypothetically, if you wake up earlier, then like the time that you would be awake like shifts upward, right? I don't know.
No, because it decays. Like sometimes I'll try to like fix my sleep schedule, and then inevitably I'm up until 5 a.m. a week later. Like I don't know what happens.
But I think that's because you have like, I don't know, you get like roped into stuff. If you
But I just prefer it. It's like I'm just not.
It should be okay.
I'm just not like ready to sleep. My brain is online at 4 a.m. I gotta take advantage. I gotta do my work.
Okay, I think maybe, I don't know, you're just, okay, fine, you have like brain damage. What do you want me to say? You have like a mental illness. Alright,
great,
man, I
great.
guess
Thanks for
you're
the
dumb as fuck,
diagnosis,
dude.
Doc. All right, you have peanut allergies. You need the peanut syringe stat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it's a real treatment. Are you making fun of people with peanut allergies?
Yeah, I am, and people in wheelchairs
that's
and
gonna-
bald people.
Damn, what the hell, man? They didn't do anything to you.
I mean, they don't
like,
do anything in
is
general.
this I think your villain origin story is that you were like beat up as a kid by like Allergy Man.
By
Now
Allergy
you
Man,
hate
the
anything.
shittiest supervillain ever. He punches you one time and you have a mild peanut allergy now.
Yeah.
It's a horrible curse. We need Dr.
I feel
Allergy
like-
Riddance Man to...
I feel like there is more than you would expect that is made with peanuts, though. You know. They just flip them in anywhere, you know.
But like, I don't think I'm like to. Okay, this is insane. This is like campiest area. Hold on, can we like vote scramble?
Wow, I didn't say anything bad about your map. It's crazy.
'Cause there was nothing bad to say, clearly.
Great Blue was saying he was a gentleman who was full of etiquette and such. I don't know. It seems like, wow, he's really just blowing any issue out of the water. Just
Yeah,
making
well,
mountains out of
I'm sorry you
molehills.
couldn't think of any downsides to my map, but. What is this dispenser?
All right,
Who-
that's fine. That's fine. I'll have to speak to my lawyers, and I'll be seeing you when we do our follow up on each other's maps, and I get to grill you harder on what.
Can you
did
wait?
and
Can you
didn't do.
destroy that dispenser?
No, it's invincible.
Why?
That is okay.
Why?
That is the one thing I lament in that I couldn't really find like a good way to like convey that. Like people suggested, oh, you should make it so when you shoot it, it like flashes Uber like the MVM robots, but I didn't have time to figure that out.
Dr. Allergy Man versus Professor EpiPen. I like our superhero universe here. Dr. Allergy Man is just a guy with his fists covered in peanut butter, and he just punches you once and you die.
I mean, that's pretty effective. I'm not sure many superheroes can do that. I feel like you're making fun of him just because he had like a silly premise. I mean, if you had like a, I don't know, if you had like a silly superpower and it's still very effective, you know, it's like respectable, right?
I mean, kind of. You know, any superpower is strictly better than nothing, unless there's like crippling drawbacks.
exactly.
But someone wants you to collab with LED. We need to do a triple collab. All the hammer tubers.
Wait, is it really us three as like the hammer people? I mean, surely there's more than that, right?
Yeah,
Or is
I
that
mean,
really
like
it?
LED is like a strict hammer tuber. I don't think he does anything like with TF2 as a game rather than the map side of it.
Oh, I see. Like you're
And you're
calling him
like-
bad at the game. I kind of agree. Yeah, he
What
seems
the
like a-
hell? What is this? What is this?
Wait, what are you freak? Oh, yeah, that's the
The robot demo man, horseless, headless horseman. What is going
Oh
on?
yeah, wait. Okay, there's a story to that. You know, in like Hammer, you
Can
can
I
set
kill
the
him?
horseman's like team.
Oh, yeah, the model.
affiliation. Yeah,
I
yeah,
should
you
have
can-
added
So in
the-
Hammer, like, sorry, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I was saying, like, if I knew this was like the caliber of 2 for what we were doing, I would have added the ball of muck and scum to my map.
Okay, all right, that's you're really taking that out of proportion. Like that's crazy. You would say that.
The 5F. Do you
I
know
don't
what the
know
ball of
anything
muck?
close to
Okay,
that. It's
sorry.
just-
The ball of muck and scum.
Look,
Do you know what
the
that
map
is?
has been fixed. The gameplay experience has improved. It's just I don't know how.
It sounds like ICS. ICS after editing Fifth Curve. The map has been fixed. Look at this.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying he's a like NPC. You can kill him. Like it's not just shoot him. You know.
LED makes
going.
videos on obscure issues, then gets mad at people on the issue tracker when they report them as bugs. Wow, throwing shade at LED.
I mean, to be honest, from like internet discourse, I think people can like find anything wrong with like anyone.
Let me
Like, can't
in!
go there. Sorry.
Got blue balled. Why is it still there?
Wait, because we have to make it look good and stuff. I don't know, man. Your hands are kind of tied when it's like, oh, you gotta make it like 240 and like TF2 and you know blah 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 all this stuff. Like it's only so much.
Yeah,
you can do.
but like it's an invisible wall over a normal area.
I mean it's not normal in my map, so I feel like that's just like a knowledge.
How do I like explain the ball of muck and scum to shounic? I don't know how to do that.
What do you? Wait, is this an in joke in your stream? That's what
Yeah,
you're kinda
so-
talking about?
So, what the hell? What's this guy Ubered? There was a okay. You know the series that I do where I like play TF2 and then if you die, you like make an edit to the map. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one of the
Go ahead.
changes someone added was the ball of muck and scum, and it was just this orb that rotated around the middle point like at 1 billion miles per hour and insta kills you if it touches you.
Okay.
We really let the intel get back, guys. But yeah, my chat
I mean,
is
we're
latched
already one
onto
up on
that.
them. Look, my map is more back and forth than yours. This is
This is
wow,
true,
it's
but-
like intense.
I'm blaming my team. I'm not blaming the map. I'm blaming my team because we had it. We had it in the bag.
Oh yeah, actually
the
that was
fuck?
something that I ran into. I realized that halfway through like my thing, that I was using like a balancer plugin, and now you probably didn't. Then like when we actually let viewers play it, that there wouldn't be one as well. So I had to like test my map to see what happens if I turned it off.
So what was the balancer plugin? Like, how did it work?
It just collects stats on like your like you as you're playing, and then it like tries to form teams that are like fair based on like your
Oh.
performance.
Interesting. Okay. Is
But
it
at this
AI
point, it
or
doesn't
how does
collect
it
data
work?
on like 24 players anymore. I only use it on the 100-player server, so it's just full of like stats from that. And so it's like kind of still cool, but it's not like super duper accurate anymore or whatever. Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because if it's developed for an entire different player count.
Well, it was made for 24 players, and then I just was like, oh fuck it, I guess I'll use it for 100 players when it like first came out. And then now we just kind of keep it around. I mean, I think it's like pretty like noticeable when it's on. There is times where sword spot would break and we couldn't have it at all, and the teams were like way worse. Like the gameplay would be a lot more like one-sided.
Interesting. Well, okay, so honestly, like this isn't like intending to just throw shade at your map for the hell of it, but I feel like that can be a downside in making a map, because you kind of do need to know, like, worst case scenario, how bad does it get if the teams are unbalanced, and making sure like it's as minimal of a role as possible is at least some amount of importance.
Fair. The only thing is that there's like limits to it, right? And I mean, it also just depends on like what you're trying to go for. You know, it's really just like a philosophy thing. If you feel like it's good enough that if teams are like mostly balanced, that the map plays fine, or you know, whatever. But yeah, on my own, like when I'm making a map of like 100 players or something, right? The actual server it's played on has the plugin, right? So in testing, you would do the same thing, and so it's like 1-to-1.
Yeah, which it does make sense. Oh, this was the other thing too. This is a server variable, so I didn't mess with this because I wanted this to be as vanilla as possible, but how do we feel about turning cap crits off?
Oh, I think it's too late for that. If we turn, I mean,
Okay.
Are you saying like in general, or do you
In
mean,
general,
like,
because I mean, like, I didn't particularly design my map around them being or not being there,
Right.
but holy spy hell, bro. What is this?
I think, I mean, they added it a bit after the game came out. It seems like they were reacting to people saying like CTF is, you know, super like stalematy and like a hellish game mode. So they were thinking, okay, well, give the winning team crits so at least like something happens in the game ends. Right? I think that's that's the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of let you snowball, but I just don't think that's a smart way of doing it in general. Because if you know the map is that bad and that choky to where the crits are even necessary, then just fix the map. Don't
I mean,
add
it could
like.
also just be that they wanted to try it out to see what actually happened, right?
It's been 17 years. They've been trying it out for a while.
No, I was gonna say maybe they tried it and then they're like, oh, I guess it's not too bad. Let's just leave it, you know, something like that.
Where is it? Oh, it's there.
Where is what?
The horseman.
Oh yeah. See, you gotta stay on your toes. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really,
So you know
really...
about the horseman? In Hammer there is a setting to change his team affiliation. So I picked a demo bot like model because I was thinking, oh, I should have like a blue and like a red horseman, right? And he'll only attack, let's say like on blue side where he spawns, he'll only attack like blue players, right? To help like red players grab the intel. The horseman ignores all of that. It doesn't give a shit about team affiliation.
Yeah,
so now he's just a red demo bot, and that's it.
I've run into that a lot, where like the team specific stuff
Hammer
just
doesn't
doesn't
give a
matter.
shit.
With projectile shooters specifically, like point projectile mimics,
Oh,
where it does
yeah,
it
there's
does
a lot
not
of,
matter.
TF2 jank. You gotta make sure to stay on top of like your updating your FGD, so it's accurate and such.
I honestly didn't know the FGC or FGD even changed. I thought that was like a static thing.
Oh yeah, they changed it somewhat recently. With like, you know how on Upward they patched it so that, you know, on Last there's that like tiny little room where you walk out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they patched it so there's a no build there. So then like, you're able to build there until the third point is capped and you're not able to anymore. And it also destroys your buildings. That's a new feature they added.
Is that
So
part of the
got
FGD though?
updated to enable it or to like support that.
Oh, to support that? I thought that was already possible. You just tie a no build to a door.
No, in the past you couldn't turn a no build on and then have it check what's in the no build and destroy things inside it. I think in the past what would happen is that if you did that, you just couldn't build new ones, but any existing ones would stay there. You know what I mean?
I thought that was part for a while.
Okay,
maybe not.
Eric just
I don't know.
Eric just wasted a week on it for no reason, I guess.
Sorry. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess I don't know better than the TF2 devs, but like still. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, it is like a random obscure thing, but they added it after they added it for some update to Upward.
I know how to break
And
your
then-
map. I
Why?
have better niche game knowledge than you do. So do you know the cosmetic the Saxton Hale mask.
Yeah. Oh, it like
Yeah.
stops you from getting scared, right?
You don't get stunned anymore, so it's just a direct buff on this map.
I actually forgot that existed until you brought it up just now.
Ha
I think
my
it's fine.
niche game knowledge.
The Saxon Hail Mask won't stop you from being like sliced by an axe.
No, but it stops you from getting stunned, which is important.
Yeah, it's okay. I think that's fine. Oh, someone in my chat said there's also another new FGD change because they added radio fog.
Oh, wait, I saw that. I didn't know that was new, though. I thought that was, like, in the game for a while, because I only recently discovered that.
Do you just read patch notes being like, oh, yeah, okay, cool?
No,
I mean,
like...
I don't know why they're writing about it now, but I guess that's cool. Like, you know they release patch notes when they change and add new things, right?
Well, okay, yeah. So the funny story about that is that was what I was doing last night, is trying to make the fog controllers work. And I was like, oh, what's this setting called radio fog? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know this was a command. It fixes an issue with TF2 that I didn't like, which is
wait, how do you have it if you didn't update your FGD? Did you recently try to update it?
I don't know.
Maybe it was always there. It just like wasn't functional, and then now it's functional.
That might be it.
Yeah, I'm actually not completely sure.
I go on this? Yeah, let's go. Go, go.
Wow, the game is so close and intense. It's 2-2. Holy cow.
All of my map games
really
have been 2-2 as well.
Here. What? Sorry?
I said all of the maps or all the matches on my map have been 2-2 as well. What the fuck? Okay.
Was there a guy here?
He's just in the intel room. The FGD automatically updates with TF2. Okay.
What?
So you're getting on me for not manually doing it. Wait, have you been manually doing it then?
I think the difference is that I use like a cool one. Like one that's like modified by a third party to be like nicer and stuff. I think that's the difference for me.
Oh, do you use putties?
I use one called BAMF, which I think it's supposed to be like the cool one. That's like the most up-to-date and like maintained one.
Interesting.
So I just use that.
I mean, I don't think it matters because I think most of them have similar features, but I use putties FGD.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much though. There are some like cool things, like you know how payload path tracks are just like a white like cube, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so some like nice additions are there's like a third-party made model for it, so it looks better.
Oh.
You know, stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm guessing you use the FGD that has player starts as team-colored engineers and not white engineers, right?
Oh, I changed it to the white one because I thought it looked better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember I was like watching some random like streamer, that was like a Hammer editor. And I saw the white like engineers. I was like, "Where's that from? I need it."
Wait, do we have a dispenser too? Please tell me this isn't only on one side.
Yeah. It's two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for both teams. Yeah.
Oh, ours is like on the ground. It's asymmetrical.
Okay. All right.
It is. I'm sorry. It is.
The ground slopes and it's different. I didn't have a.
No, there's a box. There's like a pile of wood over there on the other one.
I mean, I think like Valve had like weird inconsistencies between the two teams by default as well. So if anything, my map is more Valve-like than yours because of this.
I put asymmetrical stuff just to replicate the field 242.
Oh, so your map is asymmetrical too?
Yeah, but in ways that are balanced because
kind of
all of my asymmetry is
on the score of your map. I feel like
all of my asymmetry is cool because I took extra time to make sure the asymmetry wouldn't affect gameplay. When clearly this dispenser provides a distinct advantage.
Gameplay either. I don't think. Well, I don't. I know mine doesn't. So clearly this shows greater care from the creator. Oh, also our team won, I think.
We did, and
Yay.
Yeah, let's go.
Honestly, after playing both of our maps, I feel like there's nothing particularly like that jumps out at you as like offensive about your map. I wonder if this ends up being almost like a vote between which style of mapping people enjoy more. You know what I mean?
It really does. So that's interesting though. The fact that we both made like different styles of CTF maps almost, but they're both like about
John
as good.
donated $5.
So it's
Would
just
you
the
rather have $4.50
Oh,
or
Yeah,
a
it's just about
comically
if
large
people
candy
prefer,
bar?
open
For
maps
reference, the
or-
candy bar
or,
is large to like a comical degree.
like focused and direct maps almost.
would I rather have $4.50 or a comically large candy bar? Like I feel like a large candy bar would be worth more than $4.50. So probably that. Sorry, that was a
Oh, what a
donation.
terrible streamer. He tried to rule lawyer your question.
Wait, who royal lawyered it? What?
Yeah, you're trying to decide between like, oh, which one technically has more value, and you're
Well, no, but like,
fucking
'cause
bringing out the advocates and
here's
shit,
the deal,
like-
right? Like, I would totally buy a candy bar that was big, but if I did buy it, then it would cost more than $4. So I get what I want for cheaper.
Okay. Do you eat a lot of candy out of curiosity?
Like, I don't mind it. Like, I'm not just sitting there eating
Oh, okay.
candy all day, but like I'll enjoy it when I like get it for Halloween and we have candy left over from trick or treat.
That's fair. Dude, my chat is pissed at me for not reading them. This is the problem. You have like always neglected your chat, so they don't mind it. But I like try my best to talk to them as much as possible.
What do you mean?
And now that I'm
I
talking
actually
to you, I'm
do
not
talk
reading
to my
them, and they're
chat.
fucking furious.
Didn't you do something earlier where you gave special attention to certain chatters, and now you're surprised that they
No,
demand
that was
constant
me.
upkeep?
Okay, that's crazy. Wow.
Your chat is high maintenance,
that's-
Shounic.
The grift is ridiculous. That's a massive misrepresentation of the actual situation. Honestly. No, okay, no, but unironically, I was
John Gler
I was seeing
donated
who I recognized
$2.
in chat.
But what if the candy bar was
I
evil?
was just writing down names of the people in chat that I like recognized from previous streams. Because people were curious, like who I actually remembered.
You're giving your chatters special attention instead of treating them as an amorphous mass of people who mean nothing. That's your problem.
Well, I feel like it's kind of more rude to not respect them for their individuality. You're kind of lumping everyone into one place.
No. You have to have
Do you
chat
not feel
communism.
like,
I am the
because everyone is
party,
different for their own,
and they are the
you know,
workers.
upbringing and like differences. It's kind of crazy. You're just saying everyone's the same.
Everyone may be different, but I don't care.
That's, I mean, you've literally just said you don't care.
I care about my chatters, but not individually. I care about them as a collective group.
Okay, you care
As a
about them
protected
insofar
class.
as a, you know, as a means to an end to, you know, make money and to give you donations and such.
Yeah, exactly. My
Oh, okay.
I don't care about
okay,
I don't
alright
care
then.
about any of my viewers. They simply exist to fuel the industrial complex of troll maps.
Have you? Okay, I don't know how many you've made, but obviously you are concerned about how many troll maps you can make, right? Are you just gonna keep making them until you're just completely out of ideas? Like, what's the?
Yeah, I mean, why not? People like watching them. They're fun ones.
Uh-huh.
Sorry that not all of us can be creative savants with video ideas.
I mean, I mean, the thing is that
If the candy bar was evil, I wouldn't eat it, by the way.
what if it was just, you know, like he had some backwards like 80s views on social issues, but he tries his best. What about that?
Yeah, I mean,
What if he's just a little stuck in the past and he's having tough times?
I would
adapting?
probably eat the racist candy bar, but if it was like
Okay, I
pure
didn't
evil,
call him
then
racist. Wait, Great Blue endorses racism. He just said it.
yeah, I mean, only against
said
like
yes
bald
as
people
well.
though. Like that's not really a race.
Okay, but bald people is where you draw the line. You said.
yeah, no, like that's the group that I think it's okay to be racist towards. But people of all
So
nationalities
you're not even
with a
making
full
fun
head
of
of
them
hair.
for being bald.
No.
You're saying if they're bald, they're liable to like
Yeah,
be
like
made fun of for their race.
no. Like people of all nationalities with a full head of hair are perfectly fine.
Wait,
But
I think someone has asked me this question before on a donation before.
whoa, my goodness.
Wait, I think I've heard this question before. What the fuck? They're playing both of us.
Yeah, I would eat like a morally gray candy bar, like an anti-hero candy bar, but
I mean, to be
evil is
honest-
too far, I think.
If they're a bad candy bar, why would you eat them then? Because then you would kill them.
Well, it's comedically large, but it's evil. Like, that's the question.
Oh, okay. I see. So the comedic part of it is what makes it a difficult question.
Yeah, I mean, it's large. Like, it's a lot of food. It's a lot of candy, and it's equivalent to $4, because that's the opportunity cost of getting it. but
Okay.
Shounic, we're not forgetting the eugenics stream. What the fuck?
Why do you like to read my chat so much? Because
you're not doing it, I have to do it.
Reading your chat and responding to them. You're only reading my chat and vocalizing them. I mean, are you just admitting that my chat is better than yours then, I guess?
No, I mean...
I don't know, it just feels... I don't know, it just feels
all I'm
to me,
saying
you know?
is that
It's
someone
like,
has to read your chat.
Over the shoulder of
and
me
I'm trying to...
you're like taking my
I'm trying to
test
poach
answers,
your
you know?
viewers. That's the secret, because you're not responding to them, so if I do it, then they'll come to watch my stream instead.
No, they wouldn't like you because you don't play into their jokes enough, you know? There's not enough, like, insanity. I talked to them about, like, Hitler
there's not
and,
enough
like...
insanity. I stream MVM every week, and that is, like... That's where I condense it all. You've not truly lived on planet Earth until you've spent 3 hours talking about eating sand.
What are you talking about eating sand for? What the fuck?
Well, it's good. I mean...
Wasn't there... Wait, I swear to God, there's a video of some girl who eats, like, rocks or something. Like, actually.
Not JFKH.
Some girl who eats rocks, like in
SLHF.
No.
SP.F donated $2.
Yeah, the heavy
Make
re-skinned
Shounic take an
sandwich,
economics
so you eat
class.
rocks instead. That's kind of cool.
You should make like a completely normal looking video.
I am a bucket
where it's just
as well,
talking about like what if the heavy
$2.
ate rocks.
Hear from Shounix. He was really mean.
Like present
so
like the
left.
scientific experience.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what would happen
That's
if
a
the
lot of
heavy
those
ate
people want me
rocks.
to make.
He did, and then he died.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me to do things like that. That's like one of the most popular like shows. I have the best idea for what you do for April Fools.
Make Shounic take an economics class? What?
Why?
Are you bad at economics? Like someone donated
I don't know
money
where
to
that comes from. I think
don't
they're
know.
just making shit up because you don't know me, so then they're abusing that fact, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they could tell me anything about you, and I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Shounic is really bad at economics, and he abuses his chat members and never responds to them. And he would eat the evil candy bar, which makes him evil by proxy, so... Stop trying to shoot me! And is racist, see?
Okay,
People
my
agree.
mod just said that... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh, never mind, I can't read that. Oh,
Hear
shit, I
from
fucked up.
Shounic's stream, he was mean, so I left. Ah. Would Heavy die after eating rocks? Is he allergic? Oh, you have to microdose rocks so you don't die after eating them.
I mean, rocks are... I don't know. I think it would be fine, right? It would just pass through your body.
Well, it depends
I
on like
feel like
what
there's actually a
type of
pretty
rock.
large, surprising amount of things you can eat and be like, okay. It wouldn't be nice, but you'd be okay.
I mean, like, okay might be a stretch. I feel like it would do some damage to you internally, because if you eat, like, sharp rocks, that's gonna mess up your insides to some degree. And even smooth ones, that would suck to pass, because you're not gonna digest it. So it would basically just be passing a kidney stone out your ass.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose that checks out.
Like, I know that's exactly what you wanted to be talking about in a map review stream, but...
I mean, I don't know what else we're gonna talk about at this point. We kind of, I mean, to be honest, we kind of went through a lot of the obvious topics, right? Or the more like immediate questions, right? Of like, oh, you know, what you did with your map and whatever. At this point, we're definitely in the insanity part. We're just talking about random shit.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, like, I'm just playing to get a better feel for it. Yeah, I do like this map. I like genuine, for real, no cap, as the kids
He's trying
would
to
say.
beat the biased allegations. When the eventual court case gets brought up, he wants to have his alibi ready.
Yeah, I mean,
After
unlike
he
some
hired,
people,
like, the
I'm completely
gang of-
unbiased, and
Yeah, after he hired like the 5 best Highlander teams to fuck up my server.
Yeah, I had Froyo come in and play against all of the viewers.
Oh no, they have our intel. Oh my god, they're getting away.
Yeah, obvious. We've already covered the obvious topics like microdosing peanuts. No, I mean, like, that's fair though. Like, that we just brought that up as a passing thing, and shounic thought I was lying by saying there are ways to get rid of allergies by like increasing the dose. Which
okay,
is
to be fair though, you are known for lying. Like, you are like a serial liar. You're like a pathological liar.
that is true. You know, I
told.
just spread misinformation on the internet. You know the Eugene Hinkle incident?
Yeah, didn't Reddit get mad at you guys for lying?
Yeah, we saw that there was some mod on Reddit who, when they posted the medic email saying that medic's real name was Herbert, the mod straight up told the comments, "I'm not gonna fact check this because I think it's funny and I want it to be real." So we just forged an email saying that Spy's real name was Eugene Hinkle, and everyone got really mad.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it's crazy to bring this up, but it's like it's literally the age of misinformation we're in. Like, no one fucking checks anything.
No one does.
The recent spike up and down of the S&P 500 was because of like fucking like 3 tweets.
Yeah.
Like, it was like Donald Trump is rumored to take off the tariffs. Oh shit, buy. Oh, just kidding. It was fake. Oh shit, sell.
Yeah, so
Like,
we can
even at the fucking highest level of like, you'd probably want to be, kind of reasonable and smart with your money. It's a fucking shit fest, dude.
No, but I mean, like, we can get big enough. I think we should form like a YouTuber coalition where we just lie about what Donald Trump is doing about tariffs, and then we sell stocks or buy them based on that, and we just make infinite money.
I think Donald Trump is buying Showcoin, actually.
Well, no, I heard Trump coin was going to the moon. Trump himself said that, so I'm all in. We should probably do the purge. Okay, have you been doing this? Because I kick everyone on the server after like a couple rounds, so more people can play. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
The problem is that I don't know if your viewers do it, but mine will try to time it such that they hit like retry in console.
Oh, I just ban him for 1 minute.
Okay. That's kind of fair. I didn't want to deal with any possible like jank with like, I don't know, banning people or like people falling through the cracks. So I felt like,
yeah, I mean,
banning felt much to me, but I mean that's also a good way to do it.
That's what I thought too, but I confirmed that. Oh, here, do you want your mod to stay on Durinsky?
No, it's
Does he
fine
get privilege? Okay.
Doesn't really matter. Oh, are you manually kicking everyone?
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't have like a script, but it's also easier to just ban that way.
I spent like 30 minutes coding a SourceBot plugin to do it for me when I needed to do it on the stream.
Infinite patience versus infinite programming knowledge.
I'm surprised you have patience with being a programmer then, because like, it's like the classic joke of like, haha, all programmers are lazy, that's why I become programmers,
Yeah, which, like, there are probably ways to do it. I'm just too lazy to learn stuff. I actually did do Python courses, like, back in high school, but I don't remember much about it now.
I guess that's fair. I think, though, to be honest, like, you can just run it on GPT. A lot of the times nowadays, like, because the things I make aren't, like, truly that complicated, right? They're usually just, like, specific in niche. But they're not like hard to make, right? So I just like make GPT do it, and I just like change it. And like,
does it work? I thought those had like issues with code. I guess scalability, but you don't really need that.
Well, I mean, even if they're wrong, you can compile it and see it fucks up, and then it's okay, right? It doesn't, like fucking send like all your bitcoins to like a Saudi Arabian scammer, right? Or like, yeah, I mean, if it sucks, then I don't know. If it works, it works, right? There's like an ultimate like truth to it, right? Of like, if it compiles and it works, so it's okay. You don't need to rely on it for authenticity or like whatever,
I guess so. Like, if you needed to do one thing one time, so be it, but...
Yeah, no, but if you have like simple stuff you want to do, I think it's okay. It's honestly fine for that. People in my chat are freaking out. They're being banned. they're not. You're
not being banned forever. You're being banned for 10 minutes. So you can't just retry to avoid it.
I personally don't agree with banning people for like political dissident, but I don't know. Man.
Well, you kind of deserve it, right? There are two types of politics. There's good politics and bad politics, and if you have the bad politics, then you're gone. So,
never had it explained to me so simply. I guess that makes sense.
I learned from Twitter.
Are you much of a Twitter user? Do you feel like you're an active Twitter boy?
I get like art sometimes. People make it my bird, and I just post it because I think it's cool, and that's it. Like I don't. Twitter just seems like such a waste of time. And you seem like the type of person to never use social media ever. I'm guessing.
I wouldn't say never, but yeah, I am on the less interactive side. But I think the one exception to that for me is I am like decently
shounic is a redditor. Which Discord isn't social media.
A redditor.
Someone in chat said that.
Dude, you're really like you're really what's it called? You're like ADHD maxing. You got TF2 chat, you got my chat, you got
sorry, I need like 4 sources of stimuli or else it's boring. Okay, let's switch back to Bluefort now.
Okay. Are you gonna keep playing? I'm probably gonna chill in spec. I feel like I've experienced enough Team Fortress 2.
No, fair enough. Oh yeah, because you've been streaming for like a long time. I'll probably play like 1 full cycle of each map.
That's fair.
And then...
No, I mean, it's not even really about, oh, I've been playing too much. I'm just, I feel like I've experienced enough, honestly.
No, I mean, I have too. Like, I think I have a good feel for how your map goes, but it's fun. I like to stream for at least a couple hours each, so... And if I'm just sitting there spectating people, it's kind of lame.
Yeah, I think the bigger problem is that I'm not like a natural CTF player. I don't know if we had this conversation, but I don't actually like normally if I ever play 24 players, I don't play CTF. I basically just play like attack, defend, and like payload or something.
I have gotten so jaded to payload. I don't know what it is, but every single game is exactly the same. It's like you have the heavies and medics on the cart and the power classes, and then you have the engineers on defense, and it's sniper hell, and that's every payload game. And there's like no difference.
I think honestly that's just basically a function of like you being a pyro player. I play
a lot. I don't just play pyro.
Soldier, so...
I play like scout, soldier, demo, pyro, occasionally engineer, sniper. But it's like, I don't know. Every payload game just feels exactly the same. Whereas like attack, defend is usually janky enough of a map to at least be kind of interesting each time. Like I feel like there does exist such a thing as a map that's too polished in TF2 that it's just not fun anymore by nature of all of the games converging into the same experience.
I can't tell you that your experience is wrong, though. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. I feel like I still have fun with Tier 2. I guess it's really just, I don't know, it's just down to like personal preference. Yeah, that like you feel like you enjoy like a need for like more variety. And I guess like I just have like a lower threshold for it and I don't really mind too much. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I've never really noticed it though, honestly.
The variety question.
Yeah, I've never
like,
really thought like, oh man,
is...
all of these payload games are all the same. Like to me, I don't know. I feel like TF2 inherently has enough randomness and like variety to it because of how you're playing against different people each time, right? And like the combination of people's like, you know, different skill levels and approaches to the game and all that stuff. It's all quite different each time you play, right?
I guess so.
I guess in a sense, like basically, I feel like it's enough randomness. Even if it's the same map and it mostly plays the same, like people being different is enough to make me feel like it's fun.
Yeah, and I think that core variation is enough. It's not like I despise payload, but it's like certain maps like Badwater Basin, I just can't. It's just like I have to find
I suppose it depends on
the
Are
weird
you
payload maps the
queuing
most.
for like Badwater on like casual, or do you like Uncle Topia?
I have
or
not
what are you
played
playing?
Badwater. I mean, I don't play Uncle Topia just because they only play like the stupid payload maps, and I really just don't care for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if that's like your problem, but it sounds like it isn't. I was gonna say if it's like you're playing on Uncle Topia, they seemingly, nominate it constantly. So
Oh, it's all the time. It's like I think that also is another thing that's kind of pushed me away. But no, I queue for I think this is what's on my screen is out of date. But I queue for like Phoenix Pier, usually Barn Blitz, maybe Borneo and Embargo, and Enclosure. And it's like those are the payload maps that are interesting. And the ones that are run on Uncle Topia they don't appeal to me much anymore, other than Barn Blitz, I guess. But that's like more if I'm in the mood for it.
to be fair, I'm also like kind of cheating because I basically only play 100 players, and I feel like
Well, yeah.
all the chaos in that does also like make it pretty different each time how things go.
I'm such a payload hater. I kind of am. I honestly wish that I wish that like it didn't regenerate metal on the cart because short circuit spam and just heavy sitting there is so annoying.
Honestly, that would probably just be enough of a nerf, right? They can just make it so it still restores your health and ammo, just not metal. I think that's honestly pretty fair. Honestly, I don't even really know why they make it regen metal in the first place.
You don't need metal because if attacking engineers is that hard for you, I feel like there are ways to work around that. How long is the ban? Oh, if I ban anyone from the server, it's for 10 minutes. It's just to let other people get in, so you can't just retry and requeue immediately.
Someone said Uncle Topia players would vote for Adolf if he changed his name to PL Adolf.
They probably would. It's ridiculous. I'm so tired of Upward and Badwater Basin. Like I don't want to play it anymore.
To be honest, I think what it is that Uncle Topia also kind of skews competitive, right? And I think that's sort of like the competitive player mindset where they enjoy playing the game for like the refinement and like novelty. You know what I mean? Where you're trying to get better at the game, but get better at like shooting people and like managing novel situations and such. Whereas you just kind of just want like cool like maps and different experiences, right?
Well, like I'm not like against getting better, but it's not really my main focus. I just play TF2 for like a couple hours per session, usually with friends, just to kind of unwind. And I don't. It's not like I crave the novel experiences of like jank maps like Junction or whatever. It's more so that I want to play more than 4 maps. And I think the maps that people do play a lot, and it's not just Payload, like some 5CP maps like Process are just so good of a map like in general that they just attract the same types of players and loadouts, so I don't feel like it's a different experience at all.
That's fair.
It
might be, maybe it's because, you know what it might be? Maybe it's like the time slot you're queuing and that you're in like deader hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe if I...
But obviously, if you play during like peak hours, you get a wider variety of people, right?
I guess that would be true. I know people accuse late night of being sweaty, but...
Around, right?
I'm not playing 3 a.m. I mean, the latest I'm queuing for TF2 is like maybe 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. my time, which is still kind of late, but not absurd.
Yeah, that I don't think what I said would have lost a lot. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe your maps aren't popular. Maybe all of the, I don't know. I mean, this is definitely like a TF2 thing where there's a shit ton of like fragmentation, right? If you think about like how much of the player base, that you could queue into, right? It's like so many people are like split into like 2, 4, and like I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? Is just like the matchmaker is split between so many different tiny little like specific settings.
Oh, for sure. And I think a lot of that could be alleviated if they went back to how it was in like the quick play days, where instead of like specific servers for maps, it was more of a I guess that would be a player issue. Yeah, you queue for a game mode, and then they just remove or like I guess event limit the shit maps that no one wants to play.
Yeah, hearing you talk about all the mapping stuff, I kind of wonder if like I personally almost just like run a server to my taste now because like the trenches exist and I'm like making mistakes for it and whatever. I kind of wonder if it would be interesting to you that you just like run like Blues Paradise or something, and then you just make your own maps. And you can play TF2 exactly how you want to play it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've hoped. I've had like a shared server that anytime I'm playing for a stream or whatever, I have a map queue that I like. I just run that instead of trying to queue for casual or whatever. But
what's been the struggle with that? Why don't you just,
wait, this guy's supposed to be banned. Hello. This
Ah,
guy was on the last map. I recognize him. How'd you get back in? Maybe it's been 10 minutes already. Get out of here.
If only we had a timer. Then we could tell.
The map is empty. Yeah, where is everyone?
Maybe it could be. It could
This
be
guy's
people
AFK.
like running in circles because they're new to the map, right?
Okay, what's this guy's username? D @.
Oh, it's like / and then like straight line.
There you go.
Okay, you got him.
He came back, but he's not been playing, so.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's one thing that's been really hard to explain to people. People get like I've had experiences with people who are like furious. I'm like, what the hell? Why can't friendlies play on your server?
You just have to double down. Just start hating friendlies, like unabashedly despising them.
Oh, okay. I kind of thought maybe the
reject
approach would be
them.
to helping people understand the issue at hand, but yeah, I guess that's also fair. I could call them like insults.
No, I just threaten to
And,
kill them with hammers in real life if they go friendly, and then they don't do it anymore. So.
I see. Okay, novel approach. I kind of, for the kind of, you were talking about how it's very interesting to analyze different bits and pieces of like TF2 and whatever. Kind of thought you enjoy that kind of stuff, but
Yeah, that I enjoy being
explaining
friendly.
people- Sorry, what?
Wait, you thought that I enjoyed being friendly, or like
No,
what?
no. I was saying that you would enjoy coming up with like a way to like help people understand why it's not something that makes sense on like a map testing server.
Okay, here's the
That's what
deal.
I said.
There's like a certain IQ threshold, for lack of a better term, that like if you can't understand why me seriously testing a map would warrant you not going friendly, there's probably no hope in me explaining it to you. So I'm just gonna kick you, and you can come back when we're not doing this.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which
You're
it
advocating
sounds
for
mean,
eugenics.
but it's like, how do you explain to someone that is like 13 years old that's just standing there as Hoovy that they can't be friendly if they don't intuitively understand that now is not the good time to do it?
Well, that was that's the question I've been seeking to answer. Well, I guess your answer is I don't have one.
And it's not just people going friendly. It's like, I'm not calling like friendly people stupid. It's like, if you're going friendly and you can't intuitively understand, like if I'm testing a map to not do it, even when I say, hey, don't do this, and you're like, well, why? Then like, you're probably not gonna know. Like, I'm not gonna be able to explain it to you. There's just an intuition that's missing there.
Yeah, that's kind of true. So I guess hate crimes aren't that bad.
Yeah, it's just war crime. That's all you gotta do.
Uh-oh, they're scrambling.
We're scrambling the teams right before we
actually,
win.
this is probably something we should decide, right? Should we let people scramble? Does that matter to us?
What, to get more balanced teams? That's fine.
Yeah, I suppose. I think I was
'Cause-
thinking more of if there'd be like room for abuse where people would like try to scramble like mid-game or something, but
No one does that,
Yeah,
though.
that's
People are having fun. If it's a fun match, like, the people that will vote yes are a lot lower.
I guess so. I feel like I guess I have PTSD from like all the like server running endeavors I've done, and people just like if something's broken they will abuse it. So I
Maybe,
just
but
expect people to like fuck with something if it's
I don't know. I
possible.
mean, I made an actually good map, and people like playing on it and don't abuse scramble mechanics, but...
Oh, okay, I see. All right, yeah, my bad. I should have made a better map next time.
Why did you say, do you guys think he will make a full video? Like, just ask me. I can read it. I can read chat. You don't have to, like,
Because we're talking to
speculate.
each other, right? They're not.
Like,
You're kind of the unwashed masses, so you can't talk to them, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I might get leprosy if I speak to chat. Yeah, we're both
Well,
gonna
see,
make full
actually-
videos, like, I think. I don't know if shounic will, but
Yeah.
I will.
See, I think that's actually a really interesting thing to read because. Oh, is that you? I get owned, idiot.
Oh, I almost
that
hit a
was you.
sick air shot. I didn't know that was you.
Oh, you got kind of owned.
Why are you
idiot.
poor?
Why am I poor? I just
You
don't.
don't have cosmetics.
No, it's because when I used to do like the coding videos stuff,
You spend all
I
your
don't know,
money on
just, like,
servers.
looked better to not have any hats, like whatever, right? And it got
Well,
kind
yeah,
of annoying,
but
constantly equipping things and off and whatever, and also
there's like buttons you can press that switch your loadouts. Like you can set that to a keybind.
no, that's too much effort. No, I mean no, that actually did become like annoying to me. But also, what I was gonna say was that it got to a point. There was one incident where someone like recognized me off of my loadout in like casual, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear nothing then.
See, that's weird, because if people recognize my loadout when I'm in casual, because I have like a couple recognizable pyro ones, but if I'm alias, they normally won't say anything. They'll just like message me privately when the game ends and say, hey, I like your stuff. Like, they don't call me out. They don't expose me to the server.
Well, yeah, I think it could have also happened, like, I mean, because I can't really know, right, because it didn't say anything. So it might have been the case for me as well for a while, and then, you know, I just ran into the one bad guy that made me have to change, right?
The one traumatic incident that made you remove cosmetics.
exactly.
Like, do you have a loadout? Like, do you have stuff, or?
I mean, I technically do, but it's not, like, recognizable, right? It's also kind of awkward. Like, there was a YouTuber event I was part of, like, some time ago, and they asked me, like, hey, what's your loadout for, like, the SFM poster? I'm like, I don't have one, man. Or, like, I mean, I have one, but then people won't recognize it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not recognizable, which, okay, this is like kind of branching into YouTube meta, but I found it very interesting that like the recent generation of TF2 YouTubers don't have like TF2 sonas, I guess.
I think it's just because it's like overdone, right? But I didn't avoid it because it was overdone. I didn't have like I had a different reason, but it's not like anything complicated.
I don't think that's like most people's ideas that like, oh, I don't want to do this because it's cliche. I think it's more just I don't want it. Like, when I was making my YouTube channel and I'm like, I want my mascot to be a bird, I didn't think, oh, I can't use a pyro because that's cliche. It's just, I don't want to do this because what if I don't play TF2 in the future?
Yeah, that's fair.
Or like if I do this, then I'm stuck using the same cosmetics and I can't ever change because then people won't recognize it.
Yeah, true. That's a huge issue. Oh man, I can't change my hats in the
hey, some of us like playing virtual dress up, alright? I like being an awesome boat captain with expensive hats.
Oh yeah, wait, okay, yeah, we got kind of sidetracked, but you know how you were responding to a guy asking you if you would make a video? I find that like kind of interesting with streaming in that there's a lot of times where people ask me things that I feel like is really, really obvious. But I guess, like, I don't know. To me, it's like asking me if you're gonna make a video of it. It's like outrageously silly, but
yeah, I mean,
that's I don't know. I'm kind of curious if you have had those moments too, where you just like you have to stop yourself from fucking insulting them.
Oh, I don't stop myself. I mean, I play into it, but
nice.
I think my stream chat is just used to be me being mean because it's obvious that I'm not serious half the time.
I see. Okay, interesting. I guess
the only times that I like
should
genuinely get mad are when people spam the chat and ask about something that I put in the description to stop people from doing that.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's no fix to that. Like, that's like honestly a thing on the YouTube end that needs to be fixed, where you can before someone like types, it pops up like a box that tells them something, you know?
If you type words that match words in the description, then it like doesn't let you send it. I sometimes watch Twitch. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like if you try to click on the text box, there'll be or the chat box before you type. There'll be like a pop-up saying, "Hey, you should read this." And if that exists in YouTube, that'll be basically problem solved.
Yeah, YouTube has a lot to fix with their streaming. Oh, apparently, okay, so speaking of people abusing plugins, apparently when I was running my 24/7 test server, people would RTV to upward constantly, so we had to delete the RTV plugin. So yeah, it does happen. I just have a god tier server manager.
People are assholes about it.
Oh, it's also that if you make your character a certain loadout, you kind of bind yourself to being tied to a certain class. That's also true, because, like, even the people that I know that main a class, like, I main Pyro, but it's like, I wouldn't want to represent myself with Pyro, because then do you know how many comments I would get saying, like, oh my god, Great Blue's playing Soldier, when it's like, I have roughly the same hours on Soldier, I just play Pyro, like, very marginally more.
Yeah, but counterpoint, you can become Uncle Dane, and like anytime anyone talks about engineer, his name gets brought up, and it's free advertising.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that with Pyro. That sounds hard.
Oh, fair.
It's too much pressure.
Yeah, I think, come to think of it, there isn't like a prominent Pyro player, right? Unless I'm forgetting my TF tuber lore.
I mean, there isn't any like major one right now. I know Sketchak used to be the big clips one, but
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then he did the thing.
and then he dead rang in real life.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of feel bad for him a little bit because I don't think he expected Valve to do the thing, right? And then that kind of like escalated things like terribly.
This guy keeps coming back. How is he getting back in? He's like waiting exactly 10 minutes. What?
Yeah, you gotta step it up to like 30 minutes. So I mean, at this point, is it?
His server's
fair to
full
say
though.
that there's not that many people trying to play then.
I mean, I guess like I don't want to
something?
arbitrarily restrict people from joining if the server is not full. It's more just to let people play that haven't gotten the chance. But
Yeah, but to be fair, they can also play it when we put it up for like a week, right? That's also the point of it. I don't know.
yeah,
if
I mean,
it matters too much right now. Yeah.
we want first
To save you
impressions
from the
though.
stress of like, oh god, people keep slipping through the cracks. How did they keep finding like fucking drug tunnels to sneak in?
They got escorted back to my server over the border by coyotes. All right, I think the teams are a little unbalanced.
I mean, no one has really won yet. And in theory, if we're kind of like stalemate-ish, and it's not like it implies the team are like mostly equal, right?
I suppose so. What were we talking about? We have like 4 different conversations that we just rotate through like midway.
Yeah, as someone with I feel like it's like undiagnosed ADHD. I've actually gotten pretty good at like keeping track of all of the conversation topics in my head. I guess you haven't talked to someone else with like intense ADHD, so you're lacking in that skill.
No, I'm someone with diagnosed ADHD, so I'm aware. I'm aware of the struggle. But no, it's
there's been a lot of conversations I've had with people where I was about to say something like very smart and important and I forgot. So I got like frustrated enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna keep track of like every topic I care to talk about.
Well, and it's also too, it's the social issue of once that conversation's done, if other people have moved on to something else, then
I think it's
you just can't say it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's fair if you're dealing with other people, but I would personally understand it. You know what I mean? Because I understand it's annoying for me. So if I find something annoying, I project that onto other people.
Oh my god, he came back.
No, but like, yeah, obviously it's. I don't know. I feel like it's understandable. Just on like, you know, like you can empathize with the pain of wanting to see something cool and get their reaction to it, and see if they can change your mind, right?
Yeah, no, and it's like you just forget, or you don't have a good point to put that in a conversation, so you just kind of forget about it, and then you remember like later that night.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. When we were in the midst of the challenge, I'd like randomly DM you like, "Hey, did we think about this?"
No, like it's 100% understandable. Like it's.
So with you bringing that up, was there something you wanted to loop back to?
No, I just want to like finish conversations. I don't remember what we were talking about, and I think it was like TF2 Sonas or something.
Actually, I can relate to that. Sometimes I'll talk about something on the stream, and then I'll get like sidetracked by like something like surprising happening, and I completely forget.
I'm so easily distractible. Like I don't know.
I mean, we were talking about. Like, I don't know. We have like a bunch of people here, right? Surely, by the collective power of like our free chats, like people would remember what we were talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think our chats are just slow.
I guess we were talking about like the YouTuber like persona thing, like the
oh yeah,
right? Was there something you want to talk about with that?
No, I was just saying like I find it interesting how the shift has been, because if you look at a lot of like older gen TF2 YouTubers, probably up until 2018, 2019, a lot of them are just their TF2 character. And nowadays, it's like I feel like a lot of the ones that have started past COVID anyway, just use a mascot. But no, because you use a mascot too. You use your cat persona thing.
Yeah, which is not a furry.
Thank you. See, people call mascots furries, and
but aren't you like a self-admitted furry?
no.
I've been told you have a fursuit or something.
Yeah, but that my community bought that for me. Like I didn't ask for that.
They bought you a fursuit?
I said, and I quote, because they kept offering like. They said, "Oh yeah, if we can fund this, would you wear it?" And me looking at something that's $3,000 because it was funny.
Oh.
I didn't expect it to happen, so I'm like, "Oh yeah, if you can raise $300 or $3,000, sure." And then they actually did. So I'm like, "Well, I guess I can't scam my fans."
Wait, how much did yours cost?
Like $3,000. How much did yours cost? Are you implying that you have one too? What do you mean? How much did yours cost?
Well, I have a similar incident where someone they were like, "Show, you should use like, you know how like there's a cat that like basically signifies that I'm talking through my mic on the stream and like the bottom, right?" Yeah, so as a joke, there was like, okay, this is also really crazy. The guy who some guy drew like a feminized version, like a human like show, you know what I mean?
Femboy shounic lore, okay.
Also the weird thing is that guy is like really big in like the Hololive like fandom. For that reason, like their Twitter has like insane amount of like followers, like actually like genuine, like big deal, which is also really weird and strange. But then they drew it, and some guy was like, "Hey, you should use it as a joke." And then, I was like, I mean, someone was like, "How much to make you use it permanently?" And I said, "Okay, well, surely they kind of raised like $700 for it," and then, they did.
You should not tamper with the dark forces of the internet. It hurts. But
well, yeah. Well, so we've both learned that lesson now.
Like, okay, cool. The one benefit to it, right, is if I ever do like sponsorships that require real life footage, I can just put the head on. I just put the head on to hide my identity. Yeah, I did. I've done it before, and I got so many comments about the sponsorship.
Fucking ways are to hide your identity. It doesn't have to be like a $3,000 fursuit.
Not bird themed ones, no. But it gets people talking about the sponsorship, so more people buy it, and I make more money. It's a grand ploy to get infinite money.
Okay, I see. And with infinite money, of course, you're gonna start influencing elections, right? That's
weigh in on Jonto Hill about the mascot thing. I established my TF2 persona.
You were talking to Jonto Hill about your furry mascot?
No, he's in my chat. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. So wait, Jonto Hill is interested in your fursuit.
All right, chat. Here's the new. Oh my god, you just got fucking destroyed.
I mean, I don't know if I would, like really characterize it as that, really. I mean, I hit also a cooler air shot on you if we had to compare, so I don't...
Okay, I guess that's true. That's true, but at the same time, I've hit more lamer air shots, so I'm going for the quantity over quality approach. I mean, probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
1v1,
I wouldn't doubt it, but at the same time, we're not 1v1 right now.
We're on the same page then, alright, that settles that.
Because you have, like, competitive experience, don't you?
Well...
well.
Yeah, that's like I don't really talk about it too much because it's kind of not like particularly relevant. But yeah, that is like that is like, I guess it's like underrated lore.
Underrated lore, interesting.
Yeah, on the scale of like if you're like getting into like my channel, what you would know about me first, that's like on the lower end of the list, Just like how probably I don't know, there's probably some like obscure shit about you people don't really know, right? Until you get like really deep into like the community or something.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but, okay, anyway, so I was gonna read this. I established my TF2 persona in 2017, took it with me to other games, and came back to TF2 with the same character. Yeah, but no, that's, like, further proof that there's a time barrier for the TF2 persona. It's like, COVID warped people's minds into not doing that anymore, and just making normal mascots instead.
Yeah, the COVID brain virus that infected everyone has changed the TF2
specifically TF2. Like it didn't do anything else. There is no other effects.
Actually, okay, I don't know how cool this would be to talk on stream, but I have heard people raise theories of like there exists the idea that there's like COVID PTSD kind of.
Let's not like I don't know how YouTube likes that sort of discussion, so I'm gonna veto that. Like we can talk about that after.
Are you like super cagey about what you say on stream? Are you like scared of like Neil Mohan coming in to like slap you?
No, I mean I'm not that concerned, but I
Right.
just don't. I don't know. I feel like some topics about like COVID conspiracy theories are just a little.
Oh, actually,
bit
yeah, that's
too
true.
much.
Actually, no, you're right. Yeah, if you talk about COVID, YouTube like hits you up like
it's such a weird
50 fucking
specific topic.
notices.
Yeah. No, I just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to even bother. Like
That's
some
fair,
things
that's-
I don't
yeah.
care, but that
I thought you were concerned about like talking about like PTSD, but
no,
yeah.
it's
About
more
COVID, it's
the
definitely valid,
COVID
yeah.
conspiracy theories. It's like I just don't want to gamble on that necessarily. But no, there is like the cutoff, and you say you get free advertising from like if someone talks about engineer and you're the Uncle Dane of engineer, then you get like people recognize you. What?
Mm-hmm.
But I've had people like see great blue herons in real life, and then they think of my channel. So that's arguably stronger advertising because you can't escape that. They're kind of everywhere.
I've never heard of it before before I knew about you.
Yeah, it's like the Bader Meinhof thing where it's like you start
Did you say it?
recognizing what?
No, sorry,
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke. You just said like some German shit to me.
It's like a psychological effect where you hear about something for the first time, and then it feels like the frequency that you encounter it goes up just because you've never paid attention to it before.
Oh no, I was responding. Wait, okay. To be clear, you were saying that they're everywhere, and I said I haven't heard of them. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, are you in the U.S.?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then that would do
But
it.
I am in your north, basically.
You're my north.
Well,
But you're
I guess
37
Great Blue
ping.
hasn't really passed like first grade geography.
Okay,
so I
you're in
guess it's just
Canada.
fucked up.
Sorry.
I guess that's how little
So
he
that-
thinks of this
sorry,
country.
I
I guess it explains why the relations are deteriorating. Honestly, I guess.
I figured
all
if you
Americans
were
really are
in
the same, I
Canada, you would
guess.
use the words "I'm in Canada" and not "I'm not in the U.S." I
Okay,
exist
yes,
in a
fair.
mysterious
Okay, yes,
frosty
yes,
land
yes,
to the north.
I did
Like,
make it
okay,
obtuse. Okay, fine. Yeah.
you're giving me
That
riddles
did
here.
happen a little bit, maybe.
Like I'm trying to interpret what that means because it doesn't make sense to say that if you're just in Canada. It's not this mysterious
What
like
were we
winter
talking about? Why are we
wonderland.
talking about this? You
Oh,
asked if I was
'cause,
an American.
Um.
Oh, like the birds.
Yeah, but they're in Canada. They're North American birds, but maybe they just get cold when they're up where you are.
What if their citizenship was revoked? Did you check on that?
Well, they're migratory.
got,
I mean,
like,
they have dual
deported 'cause-
citizenship.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
See, that was a cool air shot. So
I
now
didn't
we're
even know
even.
it was you. I was on 2 HP as well.
Well, then you should have gotten health. I mean, that's kind of a tactical
That's
error.
what I was doing there. You just caught. You were camping the health pack actually.
Yeah, that's true. I
You were
should
there
have been
you
so
were there waiting
inconsiderate.
for me, which is fucked up, honestly.
I'm stream sniping you.
Yeah. Well, you are reading my chat, right? So I mean, I feel like that confirms this theory. What are you trying to say? I mean, I don't even. Okay, to be fair, I like stay inside like most of my life. I don't really care about the outside world.
You've
so I'm
never
not gonna-
seen a
if you're saying,
real-life
like, if
bird
you were
before.
outside, you would have seen the great blues. Then like, okay.
Yeah, if you
That's
went
fair. I
outside, I
haven't
mean,
seen them,
that's
though.
not what I would have said. But I mean, if your own excuse is if I ever went outside, maybe I'd see them. Then that's on you
what
for
were we trying
admitting.
to say? So how am I supposed to have seen a great blue by now?
Because they're just North American birds. They're fairly common. They're not like that rare.
Well, okay, no, well, I haven't heard the name great blue, and also, wait, hold on. If I see the bird, there's no Pokédex to be like, oh, that's a great blue. Like I just
Your
wouldn't know that's
brain
a thing. I
is
just
the
think, oh, that's
Pokédex. You
bird, I
see it and you're
guess.
like, oh, this is what it is. It's pattern
you have a
recognition.
fucking bird Pokédex? What the fuck do you mean? If I just see
I
a
have
bird,
my
how am I
brain.
supposed to
I
know what it is?
recognize patterns of, oh, I know that's a great blue
Yeah,
heron
but I
because I've
wouldn't
seen
know
them
that's
before.
like I wouldn't know what I'm seeing. Like I wouldn't know what the bird is called, right? If you just go outside and you see any fucking random ass animal, how do you know what it's
What?
called?
You
and it's,
can't.
like,
Okay, it's
fucking
not like you can
genus and shit. What are you
intuit the
talking-
name just from seeing it. But at the same time, if I
Yeah.
see one type of bird that's pretty distinct looking, then I'm gonna know that every
Okay, well, I
bird that
haven't
looks
seen
like
it
that
as well.
is that type of bird.
Okay, but that's the other thing. I haven't actually seen it as well. I haven't heard of it anywhere, and like no one talks about it online. Honestly, I feel like your bird is probably not that cool if people aren't talking about it on like Reddit or something, you know, or like on Twitter. Like it's not a thing I've heard of ever.
Are you a Canadian? No, I'm a God-blessed American. Shounic is evidently from the frosty, unnamed land to the north, as he self-described it.
But look, I'm just saying. I don't know, man. It's apparently Great Blue is an incredibly like popular and common thing.
It's just a common bird. Like, it's not popular in the sense that like it generates conversation. but they're kind of everywhere. I mean,
Your bird fucking sucks. Great Blue sucks.
my bird is awesome.
I'm
You know what?
saying it.
Who's gonna remember a gray cat in 30 years? People are gonna look at my bird in 2045.
How come you don't support eagles if you're American? I feel like there's grounds to
because that's cliched. I mean,
that's what? Sorry, what do you
they're
say?
cliched. An American YouTuber with an eagle mascot, like that's a little bit. It feels like a high school, right? But no one's ever seen a great blue heron
you
before.
can pick any other birds. There's other cool birds too.
You can pick any other cat. You pick a generic blob that's gray. Okay, like.
I feel like you can't really, like, defend that your bird is low tier.
I can, because they're awesome. They're underrated, and they're like, how am I supposed to defend it? What logical points am I supposed to use here?
If they're cool, they wouldn't be underrated. What if it's like, okay, what if your mascot's like a toucan? That'd be kind of cool.
A toucan? Well, then it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. Why not?
I can't answer that question.
What the fuck?
There's lore to my bird, but I can't. I've not like ever told it publicly anywhere, so.
Huh?
Never mind. Anyway.
Were you born and then like they ran out of storks, so
they ran out of storks. Yeah, that's my backstory.
Like, okay, I see.
Well, no, it wouldn't drop me. I mean, they're very awesome birds. They wouldn't drop me.
Okay, but
they would. They'd be champions.
You haven't really like explained to me why it couldn't be like a toucan. Like, okay, if
it's not, it just can't. It just can't.
What about
it's
that?
Private.
That'd be kind of cool.
It just can't.
No, but okay, yeah, but if I was a toucan, it'd be cool, right? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you want to do a bird mascot, we can like take over YouTube with bird mascots. And...
Wait, do you have all the birds in TF2? You know how that's a thing?
I have all of the bird heads, and I have like all of the pocket birds too.
Damn.
Where is this?
I didn't think you were a real bird fan, but I guess he is.
I'm
impressed.
More of a bird fan than you'd think. Well, you thought I was in biology. I remember you saying this.
Because you told me you weren't a programmer, so I was like, well, I guess he's a biologist because he likes
That's
birds.
the options. Those are my potential personality traits: are programmer or bird fan.
Okay, actually, genuine question: how far off would I be? Like, if it wasn't programming, how far down is biology on your list? You know what I mean?
I don't know, like science stuff. I could probably do, but it's not for nerds. I mean, I'm a nerd. I like design more. I like being able to see the results of my work immediately and not do like weird back-end stuff.
Impatient, like poorly parented.
Yeah, poorly parented. Yeah. My parents actually suck, and that's why.
Right, threw a lot of tantrums as a kid. I see.
Yeah, and they never corrected my behavior, which is what led me to do graphic design.
Wait, is this how your map was balanced? Like when it stalemates, you get to scramble.
I don't know why people are calling like this is uncommon. We have cool birds in New Zealand. They're fat brown footballs with legs. I mean, I don't know if I would say they're cool.
I feel like it's kind of cool. Honestly, I feel like if you think about it, the more fucked up the animal is, the cooler they are, you know?
Well, I feel like it's like horseshoe
theory, how many
right?
animals are notable because they're functional and they're like, you know, like coherent, right?
Tigers,
the coolest animals
lions...
are the ones that just make no fucking sense, right?
Like, I feel like a lot of animals that are functional, quote unquote, are popular. Like what about wolves? I would say they function in society.
Wolves. No, you're on some shit. No, wolves are.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. So, are you saying like cats don't function or what?
I mean, they kind of don't because they just exist, right?
Okay, so like, what's the story behind the cat? Like, I'm curious, actually. Like, what made you choose
what if
that?
this is also off limits? What if this is?
Well, then I would respect that answer. I'm not gonna like pressure you for it. I'm just curious.
No, sorry. Yeah, no, that's kind of fucked. Wait, I want the 1v1. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Damn, I can't believe I didn't dodge the crit rocket in the little room. I should have avoided it better.
I don't think you even know I was there. I just came out of spawn and shot you.
I just instantly died.
No, also it's kind of fucked up to joke about it. The cat is just it was just like a webcomic panel that I took as a profile picture as a kid, and I just kept it.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, kind of weirdly like cosmic like luck and fate and such. The comic is about a cat that wanted to get like internet famous, and then he posted a video and like no one watched it, and then he like jumped off a building and got a bunch of views for that, and that's like the whole webcomic. And I was like, this cat panel where he's like sitting on the computer. It's funny. It's like a cat on the computer, so I just used that as a profile picture. I mean, I was genuinely like literally a kid. So I was just like, oh, this cute. This cat
I
is
mean,
cute. That's literally all there is to it.
Fair enough. That's actually like really funny that that's the backstory though, is that it's a cat that wanted to get internet famous that couldn't, and then now that cat is more associated with some random guy who used it, who's not associated with a comic who got internet famous.
Yeah, that is to say, I am the cat and I will kill myself soon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a way to do it.
Yeah, also, there is, like, the only downside to it is that, I guess, like, technically, I could probably get sued for it, but, I don't know if it's in the cards to, like, redraw it and, like, dodge copyright. Has any of your Great Blue art been, like, stolen?
Stolen from what? Like, it's my character.
Wait, did you draw? Have you always drawn your own profile picture?
No, I have a channel artist that I found in an art contest.
Wait, you were... What the hell? Okay, nice.
Yeah, sorry. I get like
fair, I suppose.
assets done, but I just like to have them done through the same person. So.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I just thought it was kind of funny at first before you clarified. I thought you hired like some professional artist to draw your profile picture, and I was like, that's really excessive.
I mean, like, kind of. I wouldn't say they're professional, but yeah, they're talented anyway.
That makes sense. No, if it's just like a fan who wanted like to do it for fun, then I think that makes sense.
Well, it's like, I did pay for it, right? Like, it's not just fan art, but at the same time, it's like, the way that I found this artist is I did an art contest, like, 3 years ago, and then they made, like, the coolest piece of art I've ever seen, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just pay you to do stuff for me.
What was the art?
It was, like, my bird, like, doing some Zen pose on like a lily pad in the middle of a lake. It's like, I don't know how you even did that, but it was really cool.
I think your bird should do the gritty instead.
Yeah, I should have my bird hit the gritty. Okay, we're gonna change the shofort now.
Yeah, imagine how many more viewers you get. I feel like that's a pretty solid plan.
Yeah, we're changing to the worst map just to make it more interesting.
Oh, you're changing. Oh, I mean, we're already on your like worst. You know, on the worst map now, so I don't know how that makes sense.
Your profile
also,
picture
wait,
is
did you make
commissioned
the
from
Google form yet?
No, I can do it in like 5 seconds though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's sure.
Yeah, tell you what, let's both like synchronize Google posts after this.
You call them Google posts? I call them YouTube community posts.
Why did I call them? I don't call them that. No, I don't. Sorry, I was like thinking of the Google form. My brain sometimes like self-destructs. Okay, I have to go Saxton Hale bag pyro now to not get stun locked by the balancing mechanics.
I mean, honestly, you're kind of, I don't think anyone has ever thought to do that. Like, kind of a nerdy thing to really care about it. I mean, honestly, if you're like in danger of being stunned by the horseman, I feel like you're kind of fucked already.
No, because you can get away. Like, you're faster than the horseman, especially, like, there seem to be boundaries, right, of where he can go. So if you know where that is, then you can escape, but sometimes he just stops you if he stuns you.
Mm-hmm. Is it too early to... Well, I mean... Well, actually, before I start, like, a big topic, are you too preoccupied banning people?
No, I'll let people play on both maps. Like, I'll only ban after it's a full cycle.
Okay, I see.
Because then that gives people more context.
So the gulag isn't open yet.
The gulag is not open, but... Damn, what the hell is this map? The kids fear the nuclear reactor.
What I was gonna say is I wonder if it's too early to talk about like thoughts on how the challenge went. I also actually kind of thought to myself. I kind of wondered like if we possibly ever do this, what would ever do it on? And I'm not sure what it would even be. I feel like 2-4 was like very perfect.
2-4's a really good challenge to do this with, in my opinion, because it's like there's a lot to consider and it's broken in interesting ways, but like I don't think Turbine would be as interesting. So my answer is gonna be lame, and it's gonna be like, let's see how the video does, and then if it does well, then I'll do it again, because it took a very long time to actually do.
Guys, share the video with all your friends and such, because otherwise Grey Blue would never talk to me ever again.
Yeah, actually, this affects my relations with shounic directly. Political implications here. But no,
add Great Blue to my blocked Discord list after this.
If this
the
video
gets less than like 1 million views,
gets a lot of views, like I would be down to do it again because it's fun, but it's also a really big commitment to the point where it's like not one that I'd want to make unless I'm reasonably assured there's a good ROI.
Yeah, actually, that is pretty fair. I was kind of surprised that you seem to have like a ton of like wiggle room in your like video like pipeline for this.
Well, I work on a lot of videos at the same time. Like I have probably 4 videos in production right now.
Oh, fair.
So I can just finish whichever ones I care about the most in that instance.
Right.
It's the ADHD coping strategy for YouTube, if you will. But no, it's like I can. Oh God.
Nope, got him. Target down.
Actually, my air blast was on cooldown because your lane engineer put a sentry there, and I had to air blast the rocket.
Well, yeah, I put all of those there, so that was part of my plan. I mean, I guess you don't really plan like 10 steps ahead on like your tier 2 movements. I guess kind of on the more.
Oh yeah, I should have been paying attention to the respawn timers and planning out how long it takes for each route, and predicted each branching reality of how every player takes every route to get to mid and plan. I mean, what
you don't know
I
how
will
long
be
it
attacked
takes
from.
you know how long it takes for a scout to get to your mid? I don't know. It didn't seem like you tried very hard for this challenge, I guess.
Yeah,
you're just giving it to me.
I didn't consider the string theory of my map.
String theory? What the
yeah, of like every possible branching reality of how things can happen.
I think you're gonna talk about the butterfly effect.
I mean, like string theory is the nomenclature word, right?
Isn't string theory like reaching atoms are strings?
Yeah, that's the technically scientifically correct definition, but in nomenclature.
Spreading misinformation again?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually trolling. I'm trying to convince the masses that string theory is fake.
Yeah, I've also been trolling you. This isn't my real map that I spent 3 weeks on. Gotcha.
You pull out just my version of 2.4, but slightly more polished. Like in the last 5 minutes, you just edited my version of 2.4 to be slightly better.
I mean, it could be a coincidence. You can't really say for sure I stole it from you. Right?
I have a credits room. I would know.
Wait, did you actually make
I
one?
do have a credits room. I always make a credits room. It's fun.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So yeah, if you guys can find where it says made by Great Blue with little birds beside it, then you get a compensation
Well, I know you
prize.
made it because you told me, so I'm not sure if that's much of a mystery, just saying. Kind of a weak puzzle.
Yeah, how is anyone gonna know that I made the map off of this, like, 100,000 view video if I didn't put a credits room? What is happening? I'm, like, stuck in the nuclear core. What's going on?
How do you manage to do that? Oh, you mean in the water?
No, I got like stuck in the core and I kept getting zapped and lost all my health.
I guess you fall into the cracks. That's like actually like people haven't really done that, but like unironically, that's not something that happened very much. Like I was like I spent like a few hours like just like testing it in my own server to see how bad it could get, but like no one really messed up that badly. Like actually, but yeah, technically, if you manage to slip into the core and like be level with the core, so to speak, I guess it just sends you sideways. So you
I fell into the demon core. I mean, I guess that does deserve you die, but
yeah. Also, I mean, you will eventually get freed because you will like take a shit ton of damage. So I don't know, kind of it's like a self-solving problem.
I will die eventually, but I feel like that's a bit harsh.
Well, to be fair, you could have just not been there in the. On the whole, getting in that situation is really fucking hard too, though. Like you needed to have fucked up so many things to, like, get it that bad.
I just fell in. Like I didn't even fuck anything up. I just fell in.
Seems like you weren't paying attention then. I don't know.
I should have planned for all of the realities in which I fell in and knew which way to airstrafe. You're right.
Oh yeah, actually, okay. Here's the one thing that I guess is kind of a iffy part on my map. You can just hold spacebar because it's like a swimming, like volume, like a brush volume, right? So, I thought it was okay because I kind of just reasoned that if you were like a noob, you can just hold spacebar there, and you would never touch the core. But I guess it depends like how truly bad the players are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're playing with like real shitters like me that don't know how to get out, To be fair, this is like a weird learning. I didn't expect to have to memorize nuclear core mechanics to play 2-Fort.
Do you don't have to memorize anything? You just you touch it, you get zapped. That's really it.
There's like a weird. How did you program the exit velocity?
You just say touch equals zap. Like that's really it.
There are ways to strafe. Like it's a different velocity every time that you get sent out. Like how'd you do that? Is it just a bunch of push triggers going different directions?
Why are you touching the core? You should be avoiding it. How come you're not like just avoiding it?
Well, because I couldn't help it. It was shiny, and I wanted to.
Oh, okay. No, it's this V-script math. Honestly, it's not actually that hard. You just take
You should have made it like an evil spinning skull, so I would have known not to touch it. Silent aim. Oh, someone got banned.
Anyone has made like a massive skull prop in TF2 yet that I can steal. I don't know. Maybe doesn't one of the event maps have one actually? In the
oh, there's a skull. I'm sure there's a skull somewhere.
Yeah, I guess that's what I could have improved on.
No, I think like actually I'll save this for like the what do you call it, the critique video afterward. Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, which I'm down to do like right after this, by the way, while it's still fresh in my head. It's up to you. If you're tired, we can wait.
It depends what we're doing, because
we are literally
my
just.
only objection to it is that I don't know if I can form like very smart questions, but we could like walk on an empty server and be like,
it's not even questions. It's just you walk around and anything that is like confusing or that piques your interest, you say, why did you make it this way? Or like you suggest, oh, you could have done this better instead. Like it's just a really basic critique, I guess.
Okay, that's fair. I was personally imagining we would like prep questions and then there'd be like more thought to it. But I mean, it's also
I don't need to prep them. I'll just
do
see
it that
and
way.
say.
It was just not what I imagined.
Okay, I mean, I probably wouldn't prep questions to begin with because I'd ask stuff as I see it, to be honest. But
that's fair. I mean, I suppose sure. I mean, we could. Yeah, I guess after the streaming, just walk on an empty server, and then if like we end up saying anything interesting, turn it into a video or something.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I'll try to ask like really interesting and relevant questions.
I think like your map I can like mostly understand. I think like it will also tilt towards me where I have done more of the what the fuck things in my map.
Uh-oh. Mr. Beast is silent aiming. All right, hold on.
Oh, there's a guy cheating. Apparently. Oh, he disconnected. He disconnected already.
He got called out by Stack. Oh no. What? Oh
wait, what is the error you actually got? Because it's not sometimes they're just warnings. It's not, you know,
what
like
do you mean,
hey,
what
ban
error?
This guy now.
Oh, it's it said silent aim detection of X degrees on Mr. Beast, so we'll just ban him after we're done.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty fair actually.
And it triggered a bunch of times, so
yeah, sometimes there are lesser warnings, but that's pretty fair to beat this guy up for.
Yeah, well, we'll kill Mr. Beast with hammers.
No one on my team has killed our horseman.
V script map yucky sloppity slop
everyone
slop.
capping.
I am someone called your map sloppity slop because you used V script.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Dude, people overuse the word slop so much now. It means nothing anymore. It's just thing I vaguely dislike.
Yeah, to be fair, there's always been a word like that, though, right? It's almost like a Lich King kind of thing, where like there always must be a slop word.
There must be a slop. Yeah,
I think
like,
there's like a mainstay of like 5-10 like expressions people want to be able to convey, and they just keep finding new words in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's bad, and I want moral weight behind my opinion, basically.
Okay, my team has been struggling to cap the blue intel. That's like 2 steps away from the intel room because we keep getting killed by the horseman.
The horseman is such a weird change.
We need to, guys. Wait, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Like we can't even get into mid. There, you guys have like so much stuff there.
Oh yeah. That's like the one thing I did notice is that the map would like skew pretty hard if I turned the balancer off and whatever. But I don't know how much you can take that seriously. You know what I mean? Like at some point, teams are just gonna be like randomly formed poorly, and I feel like it's possible that it comes at the cost of like more balance and close games being like less fun, right? When you make anything like super duper easy, you know?
Yeah, and I get that, but the horseman kind of feel. Oh, I think I got stuck. The horseman kind of feels like a giant sentient band-aid with an axe.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I was gonna, I would, like, acknowledge and admit to that in my own video. I was planning to do so already, but...
Great Blue, do you have jokes to say about China? I'm not sacrificing my social credit, bro. Someone in chat's like, they want me to make China jokes.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, I recognize it's like it's a pretty big band-aid. It was basically just a panic reaction, kind. Okay, I wouldn't say it's like panic, because I did think through it, but it... Basically, like, the concern was, like, what happens if people stalemate for, like, 20
Okay,
minutes
someone please
pissed?
clip that. I just capped the intel because of the headless horseman mask. I would have gotten scared and died to the horseman there, but because I had the mask on, I capped.
Yeah, see, this map is
It's
awesome.
pay to win.
There's so many interesting game mechanics to it.
It's a really, really dynamic map.
Yeah. Man, I'm having so much fun.
But okay, I think I've done everything that I wanted to do with both maps. I think I've gotten a good feel for both.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like we need to like chill and spec and let people play, or what do you think?
It's up to
Next
you.
step.
So probably the next step would be to like set up the community posts and stuff.
Right, yeah, sure.
And then like do the critique thing, because I think I'm done like with what I wanted to do with the stream part. I only stream for like half the length you do.
Uh-huh. That's fair. Also, I mean, yeah. it's not really much of a it's not too much of a concern though. I've done like long streams before. I don't really mind it too much.
I'm still building my stamina. I've not streamed like huge amounts until very recently.
Do you feel like you are comfortable streaming?
Yeah, I mean,
Nowadays?
I'm fine. It's more so just I get tired quickly.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It might just honestly be like
It's just
some
practice.
kind of like genetic thing, so to speak. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like actually, I guess it kind of depends on how your body responds to it. I'm actually kind of really curious if you have this. Personally, when I stream, it kind of feels like I don't know how to describe it. I want to call it like adrenaline, but it's like you're alert, right? Because then you're like standing on stage.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like,
I kind of get that too, but like after 3 hours or so, like that's usually the wall for me where I start losing a lot of energy and
Interesting.
I'm just kind of done. I'm like, I want to end the stream now. It's been 3 hours.
That's fair. I wonder if it's because I mean, okay, well, before I get into that, yeah, I don't really have that, or like I think it only really like kicks in for me when it's like true like physical exhaustion. When it's
not
like
even
okay, I've been
physical, it's
streaming
just
for like
mental. It's
10
like-
hours, I need to get off, you know?
I run out of things to say.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up too. So I wonder if it's because like you haven't really formed your chat culture very much. Because I also do put a lot of like conscious effort into shaping my chat, kind of, you know. So like,
Interesting. Okay.
I wonder if it's that you're just also getting tired of like people just saying dumb shit to you. You know, I don't know if that's really a feeling you have.
Oh no, I have a really high dumb shit tolerance.
Okay, then I guess you're really hard to physically tired then.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of like I've not practiced enough. I feel like if I stream more regularly, because I've really been consistent about it for a couple months, but
Yeah, I mean it definitely does get annoying when like personally sometimes like streaming like weekly will get in the way of like, okay, I just want to finish my video, but I have to carve out like 4 hours to stream. Right? But personally, I feel like it's worth the trade-off. Because I feel like I feel like weekly is about the most I can get away with, and if I don't stream about weekly, I start to get like worse at streaming.
yeah, it's a skill. It's for sure a skill that you have to keep up. I try to go like bi-weekly, because I do like MVM with some other friends like pretty consistently, and that's where
Are you
most
guys
of
playing
my
Valve MVM maps by the way, or you
Yeah,
guys play,
I mean,
like, the Payload ones?
We play like Two Cities, and the joke is that Two Cities is so boring that we just lose our minds and start talking about nonsense for 3 hours.
Oh, I see.
But that's where most of my chat culture comes from, if you would want to call it that.
Oh, yeah,
But,
yeah, that would make sense.
I'm trying to like shape my streaming ability like outside
I don't
of that.
care donated £4.99.
You're trying to get good at
BTW,
streaming
that
outside of
Beast
streaming?
guy has a history of dosing and raging
Uh-oh.
hacking on community
Someone
servers
said the
with
Mr.
his
Beast
friends.
guy has like
Pregnant
known
person
history of
emoji.
rage hacking.
Pregnant person emoji. Pregnant person emoji. Pregnant
no.
person emoji.
Oh no. Okay, it's gone. Someone started spamming emojis, and the text-to-speech was reading every single one individually.
Wait, you have a text-to-speech for
donos.
for donations, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. I thought your TTS was on like chat messages.
No,
I was
oh my
wondering,
God,
I mean, if
I-
they gave you money to.
Yeah,
to,
it's
like,
it's
spam
money
emojis,
only. If
it's
it was
not too
every
bad.
message, that would be like actual like voices in your head schizophrenia. I would probably lose my mind. I'd be like a 10-minute streamer before I get tired.
I mean, I think it would actually be hard to even watch just because there's so much like noises.
But yeah, I'll ban the Mr. Beast guy, and then again, we have a good anti-cheat, so if more rage hackers come in, they should be taken care of pretty quick. Invite
Yeah, what
shounic
do
to
you- what
Schizo
do you
MVM?
mean by-
No.
What do you mean by you were trying to get good at streaming outside of streaming?
Oh, because it's like, okay, so again, I have the MVM series, but that's like a different audience than my normal streams, because I'm like way more unhinged for all of that. So it's the bleed over between I want to do a normal stream where I'm just testing 2-4, and then I want to like watch everyone collectively lose their mind playing MVM, or like I don't like
Right,
that they bleed
basically,
into
you
each
have,
other, and I want to
like-
separate them.
You have a chat that kind of expects like a different vibe.
Yeah, it's two different vibes, and I want to get better at like normal streaming and not just insane streaming.
I see. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's definitely a pretty underrated thing of like finding your style of streaming, or you know, like what kind of things you want to talk about or not.
Yeah, and it's like I found that I don't struggle with like talking about things. Like I can sit here and yap about nonsense for however long, but oh my God, the horseman, please. He's just camping. Every time I go back to my own spawn, he's just there. I have to like run
You
around
guys
him.
lost so badly. TF2 was like, we need to auto scramble. I feel like this is okay. Actually, this is kind of one thing that I might talk about in my video too. In that I've noticed that even on like when I'm making maps for like 100 players, like testing it first before I put it onto the public one, right? The people who play in the testing will be like markedly better than people who end up playing it. And I think like I also might have like been fucked by that a little bit, because when I tested my map, people would build like so many sentry guns that like the horseman was kind of balanced around like how many sentries could tank. You know what I mean? And so then if you know, I mean, I could also like update the V script so like it adds health to him dynamically based on sentry guns. But
Saxon Hale. But no,
Yeah,
like,
like-
I understand that. It's like it's a different
Yeah.
type of map design that you're just not like
or
as
yeah.
experienced with.
Basically, I was trying to say is that like I might have given him like too much health for like how much sentries there really would be like around the place and whatever, and like a Saxon Hell that's built to tank like 3 sentry guns would would kind of live too long against like a level 1 sentry gun or something. I think
Yeah,
if I refine it, I
if-
could probably give him like a lifetime timer. Like if he's alive for too long, we just kill him or something, you know?
If you are intent on keeping the horseman for whatever reason, then that would probably be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think there has been expressed frustration of the horseman that I've seen.
That is fair, and maybe my attempt to what's it called, like my attempt to fuck, what's the word called? I don't know why I can't think of it right now. To like cater
Refine? Oh.
to like my attempt to cater to viewers because they're the ones voting batting out horsemen. This will be my own downfall.
Yeah, I mean it's always the risk reward, right? Of like if you're going out of your way to add something that's specifically meant to appease chat, you better hope you know your chat room. But okay, so here's like the last question that I'll ask before I end stream. Do you plan on like continuing to refine your map even after the video's done?
Probably not. Are you?
Okay, I might, because people wanted a 3CP version, and I like part of the design that I'm making is like I want this to be something that people run on servers as like a fixed shoufort. So if there are errors that people find, I might do minor fixes.
I think if I like the map, or sorry, okay, well, I didn't mean to say that.
Wow,
I feel like if
Freudian slip here.
How do I describe it? I'm kind of just like tired of like editing it, if that makes any sense. Like I don't.
Oh, I want to break.
Like I don't want to work on it on the basis that I'm kind of just like I'm gonna do something else.
I want a break so bad on this. I have woken up like several times just dreaming about the hammer editor. Like it's a problem. I need to spend some time away from this.
Okay, actually that's good to hear. I was kind of curious. I was like, damn, he's really about it. I guess I don't have as much stamina as him about mapping.
No, like I just
we're both like, oh fuck, can we just be done with it?
Well, it's like you're hard focusing on a project, right? It's like eventually you will get tired.
Honestly, isn't it just like the ADHD? It's just like, dude,
no, it's just
the same thing for
the same
long.
thing. It's like I think if any normal person was focused on this for that amount of time, you would want some kind of a break. But no, Hammer like works its way into my dreams. Like I will dream about specifically a bunch of really fucked up brushwork that I have to fix, and that's the consistent through line. And I don't know like why.
Yeah, you have nightmares about leaks. Oh no.
There was a dream that I had like a couple nights ago where I was trying to edit this giant cube, and it was split up into these like 1 unit by 1 unit blocks that were off the grid and didn't align, and I had to fix all of them. And I woke up and I was like genuinely mad for like a little bit after I woke up. And that's the point where I'm like, I just need to be like, this is affecting my sanity to degrees that I didn't want.
That's what the fuck? That's crazy. I've never had it like that. Are you what? I'm curious to hear what you think is like the worst like hammer thing for you. Like, what do you? At what point in the hammer making like map making process do you tread and be like, okay, kind of sucks right at this point now.
Optimization, probably. Like arranging the blocks to be just a map is fun, and even play testing and trying to solve the problems that you've created is fun. But it's just the really mindless, like, oh, I gotta fix portal flow. Oh, I've gotta fix the jank light work, and it's like, okay, man, I just want to not do this.
There's a very weird part of me who actually like weirdly enjoys like the portal flow challenge and like the light leaks. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but I kind of feel like it's like a weird game of like trying to stop someone from escaping from jail or something, you know?
What?
And I kind of like enjoy it on that.
Shounic enjoys hunting down people trying to escape his country. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
that's like.
Well, I don't know if I would relate it to a country. I don't know if we have to bring it to like illegal immigrants.
I don't know if you intend that's like an insane sentence. Like I view this as a game of trying to hunt down the people trying to escape. Like I don't know. That's just.
I just thought it was interesting as like
fixing leaks is
it's
so
like someone
mindless.
escaping from jail, you just stop him, so to like add like brushwork to stop.
Okay, now
and stuff. I don't know.
Imagine it's like 100 people trying to escape from jail all at the same time, and it's your job to stop all of them.
Maps to me? Dude, oh my god, I don't get this enough from chat apparently. Yeah, they like to ask me for like so many maps, dude.
But
actually, one of the I think like for gameplay experiments, like you need to do friendly fire, and then like for
oh my god, wait, I know our next collab. I've had that written down to like, what if TF2 had friendly fire? I want to do that so bad.
Oh, you want to do it really badly?
I do. I want to do it.
Like I was gonna do it as like, dude, shut up. Fine, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. I'll totally do it.
Premise for mine.
Because I want to see how bad it is. Like I want to make a full breakdown video.
They just spawn camp
you.
It's not.
I would totally be down to collab on that. No, there is an experiment.
There's no experiment. It just shoot you with stickies and spawn. There's no like experiment.
Yeah, but it's like once people get used to trolling, and once the novelty of trolling's worn off,
They're
like
not
how does
gonna.
it play?
It's not gonna wear off. You have to develop.
I
like,
disagree. I disagree. I
technological
think that's the challenge.
You have too
right?
much faith in humanity. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep doing it. Well, on like 24 players, maybe.
On 100 player, that's insane. Like, that's not gonna happen. But on 24, if it's just 12v12, it's like, and you discourage trolling, like, you don't ban it, but you say, like, yeah, you just try to win. Like,
right,
I want to see what
just
effects that would have on the game. Well,
No,
then, that's up to you. I mean, that's part of the experiment, like, human psychology, I guess. I don't know.
What if we're both in the
4
server
seconds
and I
of
just
Uber
keep
on
doing
spawn.
it, even
4
if
seconds
you're
of Uber on
pleading with
spawn.
me
That's
to
what we
stop?
could do.
Okay, well, I don't know how you're gonna stop me from doing it. Even if you're like pleading with me, we've been here for 12 hours. Stop spawn camping them.
Well, then
You can't stop
you
me
would
from
lose,
continuing
and
to
then
do it, right?
I mean, I'd probably like do the team wipe thing too. So after a couple rounds, like the troublemakers would get kicked.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get banned from Great Blue server. This is crazy.
No. Okay, that's a ridiculous sentry spot. I don't know what to do about that.
What the one on the
cylinder.
I think your team just sucks, honestly.
I mean, we can't get past the sentry. There's nowhere to peek from.
Your team is capping. You're about to win. Your team is actually gonna win.
No, we're gonna lose because
you're capping.
What?
You're literally capping.
How did I kill you? No, we're about to lose.
Are you okay? You're what the fuck? You're gaslighting me. I just saw your guy run to the intel room. Look, we just lost.
Well, you should have dodged.
This is just dodge what? Dodge the intel being capped?
Yeah, you should have like moved it out of the way of the guy trying to cap.
This is actually a weird thing of my map as well, where like the people who hold mid have like some weird tendency to lose. That's actually happened a few times.
That's a weird thing with mine is that like we found that engineer stacking in the intel room was a problem for the round going smoothly, but whoever would do it would lose every time because you just give up mid and whoever has mid can push so easily.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay, I'm gonna get off this now. Do you want to do the critique?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, this is the thing you were talking about. There's something I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. What were we talking about like just before everything derailed? I don't know if either of us remember. I have to give up on it.
We were talking about like, do you enjoy making maps? So like, what do you hate about it? I think.
Oh yeah, wait. So I mean, what would even the collab be? What, I just run a server for you? That's the collab.
I don't know. We can
Great,
figure that out.
I've delivered
later.
a server upon you.
I mean,
have fun. All right, I'm gonna go now.
Like I could easily get the plugin made too. It's not. I don't think either of us are like reliant on one another.
Someone made it in like VScript. I think it wouldn't be hard to find it. I think
No, there isn't a plugin. It's a server variable.
Like, no, that one doesn't work. It's it doesn't work with like Fire, for example, and there's a lot of weird edge cases where it's like janky. The TF2 one is broken.
Okay, well probably what I do then is run that command for like a little bit and then run the plugin to like see what the difference is. Because I want it to be thorough. I would want it to be a thorough video just to see.
But I don't understand what that collab would be. And that it'd just be a collab and that we're both doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I don't really get with what you're trying to say.
So the collab could be, I guess, less with the video and more of like when we're running the streams. Like if this was fun and you wanted to do like more co-cast stuff.
Yeah, on that thought, sorry to cut you off. I'm kind of curious what happens, like, because I know you were kind of paranoid of like making the same thing and whatever, but I kind of wonder if like we just independently made a video about like the same topic, if it would end up like benefiting like both of us. You know what I mean?
Probably not. I mean, I think people would watch both videos, but in terms of making like a better video, it's different when it's a map because there's an infinite amount of ways to fix the map, but I feel like there's a very finite amount of conclusions you could come to with like what happens when we do XYZ.
But people don't know that before they click, right?
No, but once they've watched one, it's like I feel like they'd get like 2 minutes onto the other one and say, "Oh, this is the same thing." But
okay, actually, yeah,
I feel like it's just less creatively oriented in terms of how you would explain the solution versus like 2Fort, which is obviously we have way different solutions and it's fun to explain like our solution and then say, oh, if you want to see why they did theirs, go to the other one.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
But it
Alright,
like
never
I don't
mind.
care who makes the video. Like if you really wanted to do the friendly fire one, like I know how I do mine, but if you're like I'm intent on doing it this way.
No, I was just putting it out there. It's like I mean I posed a question because I was curious if like you would think like maybe like there's a what's it called like algorithmic like mutual benefit. I kind of think that's possible.
Case by case, there
But,
could be, but
yeah.
you would have to make less like the same video done in different ways and more like a complementary video to each other. I think that's usually when
yeah,
it
I
shines. Of
suppose
like, there's
so.
a different experience with both fundamentally. That
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yeah,
bots
that's
don't
fair.
work on my reimagined 2 server. To the person asking, I've not added nav meshes. That wasn't part of the challenge. That's too much
I
work.
had to make one for the horseman. I also stopped him from going to spawn by deleting the spawn nav meshes. So if people wanted to play with bots, they wouldn't be able to leave the spawn.
If people want to play with bots, I mean, like,
They
sucks.
should just
Go on
find,
my
They
server.
should just find 23 friends.
Yeah, just
in my
make
opinion.
23 friends, or just go on the server that I host 24/7 for it. I mean, that's an option too.
It's also pretty true.
But yeah, I mean, we can talk more about the friendly fire thing. Like, again, it doesn't really matter to me who makes the video. Like, I know what I would do in terms of like an
Oh, you're
analytical
just in it
breakdown.
for the scientific advancement of TV.
I just want to see what'll happen. It means more to
Uh-huh.
me that video gets made and is explained well than me getting the credit for making that video and explaining it.
Okay, actually, I'm kind of curious. Do you find it tedious to do like analysis videos? Because I think, personally, for me, I'm getting to the point where, I don't know, it's getting like annoying to
Really?
have to like finally comb through like demos.
Oh,
Uh,
if you did that, then sure. I mean, I'm a lot less. The way that I
Rigorous?
save my sanity is I'm a lot less picky on the background footage that I use. Like, I'm more willing to like put more effort into explaining what exactly happened and then just using footage from my streams or like just my own gameplay than combing through footage to find an exact cinematic angle of
much-
this happening to someone random.
How much time are you putting into like deciding what you think like happened though? Like, do you try to? Because I think for me, I got kind of stuck on the bar of like, oh, I should make sure this is like actually like pretty objectively true. But I
Well, I
wonder if
mean,
you kind of
it's
just
not-
settle for like, I subjectively think it's probably true, so that's good enough for me.
If I ever do that, like I want to make it clear that like I'm speculating on what's happened, but at the same time, I feel like with a lot of the experiments that I do, it's pretty easy to tell what happens within a couple minutes and be like confident enough to make assertions. And then also like there's kind of the cop out of like if you're wrong, literally who is going to know? It's not like people are going to replicate your experiment.
That's the evil.
Yeah, that's my evil
reaction.
researcher.
Yeah,
arc.
that's the I'm spreading misinformation and I don't care POV.
No, but like I'm confident in the assertions that I make, but like if I happen to get some little detail wrong, it's like it really doesn't matter at the end of the day unless I do more with it. And if I do more with it, then I can like correct it later and say like, "Oh, I thought this at the time, but now we know that this." So,
All right, well, I mean, the case writes itself for filing it with the ethics board. I don't know how this would fly, but
yeah, the TF2 ethics board probably would not be happy, but I mean, friendly fire would be enabled, so I could just kill him.
I don't know. Honestly, yeah. As I was saying, I only considered the friendly fire thing as like, oh, people. Oh, I brought that up because people. I was enumerating like the things that people constantly ask me to do, and I was gonna say like, they also asked me to make a trench map because like the 100-player server is called like the trenches.
Oh yeah,
Um,
D-Day map.
but I actually feel like you would probably do it better than me because I'd just be like, I don't know. I just like because my angle of it is like, holy shit, people keep asking for it. Like, all right, here you go. You can shut up. Yours is your POV is a lot more like, oh wow, this would be so cool. I wonder what would happen.
You lack the natural spark of curiosity, I see.
I think okay, actually, it's somewhat true in that I think
Please mention Quackshot. Okay.
a lot of things that and I'm not doing. I feel like I already know what's gonna happen. Like actually, like the video you made about like I don't know how you describe it. It's like every weapon can headshot. Like I think
Yeah.
people have asked me that like quite a lot before you ever did it, and I was like, I don't know how that's gonna be interesting, so I just like never did it.
I find there's a lot of ways to make those sorts of videos interesting. It's like, even if the topic is like inherently a nothing topic, like people will still be interested just to see what'll happen. Which is partially why I'm interested, because I just want to see what'll happen. Like, how different really is the game when you just fuck it up?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, actually, okay, I have a follow-up question to that. So, I mean, I kind of have that curiosity too, but where it gets me is that after I see what happens in like a live stream or something, then I get really bored and I don't want to make the video. I don't know.
See,
does that happen to you?
Like, okay, kind of yes, but at the same time, it's like, I know that once I'm confident on like what I know about that scenario and like how I can describe it, then it's less of a problem of getting bored finding predictions because I already know them, and more like I get invested in the challenge of like, how do I structure this into a video that's entertaining? So, and then I can just live stream for the hell of it. And usually, like, you can kind of watch, like if I do like 3 or 4 live streams on a scenario, it's like the first one is really intricate and like, oh wow, I wonder what happens, and then like the last one is just me talking about random tangents as I play the game with that in the background. But
yeah, that's fair. Okay. I mean, I think that's just good to know on the basis of like I'm not fucking insane.
No, I mean I kind of get it though, but I feel like you just
Yeah.
have to cope with it and like not.
Yeah, no, yeah,
let
yeah.
the
I
boredom
have
get to
developed my
you.
own coping. I was just wondering if like other TF tubers don't like cope at all.
And maybe they don't. And like, okay, so we mentioned this on shounic stream, but we had a friend, or I have a friend that's like a metrics nerd on YouTube, and he compiled a list of like how many views TF2 YouTubers get, and apparently shounic is the second most viewed TF2 YouTuber, and I'm the third, and I would be the second if Scout didn't unshit his pants and shounic made 3 videos on it.
Those are great videos though. Incredibly well made and thought out, to be honest. Like you wouldn't believe how much coffee I drank to make those videos, you know?
To be fair though, it's like, it's a genius way to like talk about the concept of there being 3 videos of like, holy shit, they changed it, and then one day later, well, it's gone now, and then one day later, what happened, man?
I didn't even want to make 3 videos. It just happened to be that way.
Happened.
Like I made the first one because it was like, holy fuck, why did they change the pants?
That
And
is
then
probably
they reverted it the next day. So I was like, well, if I told everyone it happened, I guess I told them it got reverted.
no.
and
You're
then I
just
got,
you're an
like,
ethical
sent down this
journalist. You
rabbit
made a
hole.
retraction.
Yeah, I wanted to do other things at the time, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
And you're also a smart journalist, because why make the retraction by deleting it and getting 0 views when you could just make another one and get double the views?
Yeah, I feel bad for the random guy. YouTube gives him like the one video of like,
Yeah,
wow, the
Soundsmith is
Scout
number
pants
1
are
for people
blue.
asking. Yeah, no, it's like, I again, like it's kind of smart to make videos on here. I'll join the servers to spectate, so there's something in the background.
Wow, he's not even watching. Wait, I'm still
Muddy, I don't
because
have
I'm
a
still
slot.
trying to help your viewers have a good time on your server. That's crazy.
What the fuck? Maybe I can direct connect.
Don't you have reserved slots or something?
I do, but I think I have to direct connect to get them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you do. Yeah, that is how that works.
So,
Wait, why were you talking? Yeah, sorry. Back to your topic of like, I'm number 2 apparently.
yeah, but no, like there's clear interest for those stupid scenarios. Like I think it's telling that the 2 people who make like, what if TF2 just self-destructed like this, are like the most viewed channels.
I mean, yeah, that's the direction I've been going into as well. I think like as I do more and more, it's getting like dumber and dumber. Like things I would have been
I have
like, this
so
is
many
really
ideas.
stupid. I've been like entertaining those kind of ideas more over time.
Yeah, and you can. I mean, I think the analytical
thanks, I got
breakdown.
permission now.
Well, no, I mean like it's a feasible strategy. Less of like the moral considerations of doing it, and more like the technical ones. But yeah,
I
no,
think,
I have like 10 ideas of stuff that I want to test, and I think they're all interesting.
Yeah, I think I got stuck in the like, oh, we gotta be like, I gotta make sure it's actually like an interesting video, because I I think starting from like making code videos and be like very serious about them kind of put me down that like I think my viewers are into more like well thought out stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's what got me on this like trend.
Oh well, for sure. But you can intersperse them. And okay, this is gonna like sound cringe, but it's a mindset issue. Don't go into it thinking I don't think this is interesting. Who cares? Go into it thinking I believe this is interesting, and I have the ability to make people care, even if they wouldn't otherwise. Like, I'm not even kidding. Okay. Like, you can make people care about stupid shit just by presenting it in an interesting way.
That is what I try to do, but my confidence gets absolutely fucking demolished after. Like, naturally, I get bored of it, because then it'll be like, oh, I'm super interested to see how this like turns out in game. And then I tried, I'm like, okay, I'm really bored now, I don't want to make this video, you know what I mean? That's why I asked you about if you had, like, the coping stuff, because that's what, like, I had to... Like, I've coped by just, like, trying my best to remember, like, how I felt before the experiment started to, like...
Oh, I write down predictions, too.
It, you know what I mean?
But yeah, no, it's like... I would... or I guess, like, when that happens to me... It's still intellectually stimulating in the sense that, like, it now becomes a challenge of how do I present this topic in an entertaining way and how do I, like, structure the video and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's the difference between me and you, because I don't feel that. I'm just like...
Okay, interesting.
I just feel like... How to describe it? Just, like...
apathetic?
Yeah. Just, like, well, this seems like... I don't know. I think it's really just that, like... You... decide if like a video is interesting off of like your own like reaction to it, right? So then when your own reaction to it is like, well, I already know what happened, this is boring, then it's kind of hard to continue that like inspiration, right?
I guess, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess, what the difference would be there, but that's just not something that I run into as much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're literally different people, so that makes sense too.
No way.
Yeah, but to what you were saying about like, oh yeah, you know, like you can make people care about it. I don't think you're wrong. Like objectively speaking, it's just that I don't feel it, so I have to convince myself, kinda, you know. That's the part that's more. I don't know. I have to like work on it and like. I mean,
yeah,
also,
I mean, you have to.
There's videos I made where even if after the experiment, like I see what happens on live stream, I feel like pretty good about it still. So it's also kind of like a opportunity cost thing where I feel like, well, why do I make something I don't feel inspired by when I could find an idea that I try and I still feel good about it afterwards, you know?
Here, people are asking about the tier list. Hold on, I'll put the image up on my stream. If anyone wants to.
Also, yeah. If people can vouch for it because I reacted to it on stream, I honestly don't think I belong in there. Like I'm very mind blown.
Oh, the imposter syndrome hits so hard. I did not realize I was number 3 before that was made, and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting more views than Uncle Dane. Like my videos are just memes.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think YouTube has probably the best anti-imposter syndrome built into it in the terms of how many people repeatedly watch your views. Like you can just see that and you can just rationalize like, yeah, like people do like watch it out of their own volition, so I guess I do deserve the success.
I think that's not on YouTube. Me, I can rationalize it and say that like, oh, it's just because it's slop if you'll watch it.
I mean, you can say that too, right? But the game of YouTube is how to make people watch it. It doesn't have to be artistic masterpieces.
I think that's true. I think it just depends on how much you care about like the elitist, like what's it called, like ivory tower artist POV. You know what I mean? You get what I say, right?
No, I get it. It's like the creative endeavor,
like the
YouTube,
sanctity
right?
of like art and like I don't know. You can get like really snotty about it, but that's like a line of thought you can have.
But at the same time, like. Okay, I'm trying to think of how to describe this without just saying, don't do that, lol. But you can kind of, like, mentally break that. And I found that, honestly, my content started getting better once I stopped, like, really, really caring about, like, the artistic merits of me seeing what would happen if weapons get headshot in the video game. It's like, you make stuff because it's fun, and people will watch it because it's fun. And as long as I'm remotely satisfied with what I made, and other people watched it and enjoyed it, like even if it's not something that they're discussing 20 years later in a museum, like sure, it's fine. It did its job.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think I don't actually have it too bad. I think like for other YouTubers, it's also like how much you give credence to people who like hate you for whatever reason. I think that's probably like most of it, right? How you decide to deal with people who like say your shit, you know?
Do you get too many detractors? Because most of the discussion that I see of like good YouTubers, it's like, I hate TF2 YouTubers, but shounic is the exception. He's the good one. So like, I'm sure everyone has detractors, but like, it feels like a lot of people just like your stuff because it's more technical inherently. It feels like people can justify watching it because it feels like it serves more of a purpose.
I guess this is the problem with me being the guy in the meme, because I don't know. I guess it's like being the actual person is easy for me to be like, oh yeah, of course I have detractors. People hate me for a lot of different things. Wait, what was precisely your question? What was like?
I don't know if I had a precise question. I was
about.
Oh, like how many detractors do you find that you have? Like, because from an outsider's perspective, it seems lower than average, but I don't know if that's like.
Yeah, I think it's hard for me to answer as well because I don't have like a good view on like how much do people hate you or like whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you kind of do it too, but for like mental health's sake, like I kind of looked at what people said about me like early on, but at this point, like it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Anymore.
It's like.
Yeah.
So here's the deal too. Like, you have the most basic, like I guess rationalization of, if this random guy is going to dislike whatever I do because of some innate quality that I have, why would I bother changing my stuff to fit his desires at all? Why would I even care about what that is if there's no way to improve it in his eyes? And why would I just make the stuff that I find fun and clearly enough other people find fun to justify making?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, that's basically where I ended up too. I was, yeah, you just look at, you know, like, hey, your videos are getting a bunch of views, so it's a pretty clear signal that like they're kind of a vocal minority in things. I don't know. I guess it probably gets more murky if you're trying to evaluate like, oh, am I growing fast enough or whatever, or if there's, you know, like room to improve still, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's also it just feels a little wrong on the basis of like someone says you're bad, so you just like dismiss them rather than like try to see if there's any merit to what they're saying. But
well, that's personal discernment,
yeah, I
right?
don't think. What? Sorry.
That's personal discernment. Like, you can weed out good criticism from non-criticism, and that's like part of the challenge, I guess, of being a public figure that uploads stuff.
Well, I think that's actually a lot easier said than done. Sometimes people just say like, I don't know. I've noticed that people will hate you for some reason or another, and then they'll dress it up with like valid points. You get what I'm trying to say? Have you encountered?
Yeah, but it's like learning to like kind of psychologically analyze that. It's hard. Like it's a genuine challenge, but like you can oftentimes get to the root of like why someone doesn't like your content, and either it's good criticism that you can learn from and say, oh, they don't like that my editing is like too drawn out or whatever, and maybe I can improve that. Or sometimes it's just people just saying like, oh, I hate him because he has an annoying voice, and it's like, okay, well then nothing that I'm ever going to make is going to satisfy your criteria, so why should I care?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I also feel kind of bad for those people. I wonder how. I don't know. It must be fucking hard to think about. Like, oh man, like I could be a bigger tuber if only I was born with better sounding voices.
Yeah, I mean, you got the nerd voice. I'm the fellow nerd voicer. Like it's.
You think you're a nerd? I don't know if you're a nerd. I feel
really?
Like
okay.
I feel like you sound normal, honestly.
I feel like I have a normal voice just when talking to people, but when I get like
like in videos.
Okay, well,
you have a nerd voice?
Yeah. I guess how do I describe it? When I get like excited about something, it's like it's more obvious. But when I'm just talking like in a chill fashion, it sounds more normal. I don't know. It's hard to like articulate that, but no, that's like the criticisms that I get. But it's also like, why would I care? It's like most people clearly don't care enough about my voice for them to not watch the videos, so...
That's fair. I mean, I think, like, yeah, we're kind of, like, going in... what I'm about to say, we're gonna go in, like, a circle now. Yeah, I think basically you're right in that, like, it's just, like, slightly tricky when people, like, dress it up with, like, real criticisms where it's, like, you think, you know, it could be kind of valid. But, yeah, we're going in circles. I think
yeah,
what you're saying is broadly true.
I mean, again, my answer to that's going to just be skill issue. Like, you have to learn the discernment. Like, I'm sure there is discernment there. And even if it's a matter of, like, cross-referencing what they've said with other things that they've said in the past about your channel and seeing if there's, like, some root cause.
You have a spreadsheet of... you can hunt down the people
it's not that much, but, like, sometimes out of curiosity, I'll see someone say, like, oh, I dislike Great Blue because of X, Y, Z, and, like, one annoying... Or, like, not annoying, but, like, one non-reason and then a couple decent reasons. And it's, like, sometimes I'll check out the other things that they've said just to see if it's, like, they're just a hater or if they, like, could like my videos if I improved. And oftentimes, it's, like, no, they're just, like, coming up with cope criticisms, which, like, it sounds egotistical to say, but it's like that is genuinely what I find a lot of the time. Like, people just want a more acceptable reason to dislike something when in reality they don't have to have that.
Yeah, I can understand it because we're both, like, subject to it. I think it just sounds insane to, like, people on the outside, but yeah, I think, like, there's, like, not a small amount of people who feel like they see themselves in you, so then they're, like, bitter about your success, kind of.
Oh, and there are definitely, like, jealous people. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but there are, like, certain smaller creators that I've encountered in the past that have been a little bit bitter that I got successful and not them. Because when I encountered them, we were about the same size, and then they just, like, spend time on, like, fucking, I don't know, Reddit shit-talking me. And it's really funny to see, like, you just have to laugh at that. You just have to, otherwise, yeah.
I think it's fair to laugh at it. It's also, I don't know, have you kind of adapted to it, or have you ever been, like, just surprised by how much, like, negative, like, I don't know, like, social interaction there is?
Negative social interaction? Like, what do you mean?
No, I mean, because you're saying, like, oh, you know, like, this guy went to Reddit to shit talk me and blah blah blah.
Well, that's like rare.
Like, to me, I feel like that's crazy, but I'm kind of just curious how you reacted to it.
When I saw that, it's like, who is this goober, like, saying these things about me? And then I looked at their profile and, like, remembered who they are. I'm like, oh my god, that's so funny that for some reason they are still thinking about this. Like, I don't know. It doesn't, like, get to me ever, but usually I just don't, like, care. It's like, okay, well, if that's what you think, then okay, sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I think definitely, like, YouTube is a job that's hard to do for people who can end up, like, separating themselves from it and taking things, like, too personally.
Oh, for sure. It's most, like, vaguely creative or artistic professions are like that. Like, you have to get thick skin, otherwise you just won't last long term without crashing out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, do you want to... I feel like I don't want to also keep replying to you, and then we're stuck here. You wanted to, like, transition to, people play on the server?
We can, like, end our podcast that we've been doing here. Yeah, no, we can, like, go to a private server and do critiques. Let me end my stream then.
Okay, I will also end my stream. I will say goodbye to my kids. Also, someone did say they're gonna take your lunch money, so you might have to be careful of that. They might catch you on the way out of your stream, you know, like in the back alley.
Listen, I may not be... I am a nerd, but I'm a scrappy fighter. You try to take my money, I got switchblades. I got hidden switchblades.
That is true. I guess you can swipe them with your deadly feathers or something.
My deadly talons.
That's true.
But... yeah, should you change the map back to Bluefort? Yes, because shounic will be running his map on his own server, I think is what we agreed on, probably.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
But... alright, yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back in, like, a week.